Some people don't like you to mention certain things. Some people don't want you to say this. Some people don't want you to say that. Some people think if you mention some things, they might happen. Some people are really fucking stupid.
You're listening to the worst.
The worst. You're listening to the worst, not the best.
All of it is so bad, it's hard to tell which is the worst.
The absolute worst.
And you're listening to the worst of Opie and Anthony.
The worst of Opie and Anthony.
It's absolutely awful.
All right, he's back. Rich Voss.
Hey, what's going on?
That's better. Voss, an hour ago you were on, but the phone was so awful and we were just losing our minds that we had no idea what you were saying. Are you trying to say that you're now engaged?
I'm not trying. I am engaged now.
Well, yeah,
You're engaged.
All right, we got confused because you've called, Norton your fiancé for many, many years. So when you said my fiancé, I was just assuming you were talking about Norton.
No, Norton is, he's a fiancé.
Because you said my fiancé told me to call in, and I thought you had a conversation with Norton, and then, that's what that was about. But you got engaged to Bonnie?
Yeah.
Congratulations, man.
Thank you. We did, not Valentine's Day, like, early, like 3 a.m. in the morning at some crappy hotel. I did it.
Wait, not what day?
It was when was Valentine's Day?
Okay.
Monday.
I heard Valentine.
It was like Sunday at like 2 a.m. in the morning.
Well, that was officially Valentine's Day.
Yeah, but it wasn't like your typical thing. I did it at like a real crappy hotel,
That is pretty typical.
And I gave her the ring. I go, you don't have to say yes if you don't want to. That's how low my self-esteem is.
Wait a minute. How low is hers? She said yes.
All right, wait.
What?
I dreamed ever since I was a little girl.
Oh, she dreamt of it, though, since she was a little girl. But it was nice.
Wait, what?
And she said to me when I gave her the ring, she goes, yes, I dreamed of this ever since I was a little girl to become an American citizen.
Wait, walk us through it, though. 2 a.m., what happened? Wait,
hold on. Let me, hold on. Hello?
Yeah.
All right, so...
Are you on the speakerphone now?
No, now I'm on the regular, just...
All right.
I picked her up at 2 a.m.
Yeah.
Well, I picked her up at 12 a.m. at the airport. She's flying in from L.A.
All right.
So then we go get something to eat, right?
Uh-huh.
I time it right. I take, half of my blue pill, and we go back.
Wait, Voss, do you really have to take those pills all the time?
I don't have to. No, I don't have to. Well, you were talking about that guy that put that, stuff on his penis to keep it, the Coke?
Yeah.
I did that once, not with Coke, with some stuff I bought at the store, and it numbs it up. And then, I was doing it, I couldn't feel it, and then when I was done, it was all black and blue. I broke blood. I broke blood vessels.
You know what? What is hold on. What is the name of that stuff? Because we used to talk about it on one of our old shows.
I don't know. Novocaine.
No, it has
Stamina X.
I forgot the name of it, but
I don't remember.
Supposedly it's kind of it just numbs up your rod.
It's horrible. It's horrible. So anyhow, so we go eat, and then we go.
Where'd you eat, knowing that you were going to pop the question?
At a diner on 22 in Jersey.
Jesus, dude.
What a romantic you are.
Don't you know you got to set it up nice? You got to go out to the really nice. It's Sunday. Go out to a nice dinner, then to the nice hotel, and then pop the question. You started the evening at a diner. All right,
so
then
what
happened?
We went to the diner, and then I made reservations, and we check into the Best Western.
Oh, dude, you were a network star. What are you doing?
Well, because I got a deal. We were only staying there for like 3 hours because we had to fly the next morning, so I got it for under $100. So I wanted to take the Best Western, right?
Right.
And I also got a deal on the ring. I bought it for my friend. So we go to the Best Western, right? So, first earlier that night, I picked up the ring, right? Picked up the ring for my friend. He was going to get married, but he didn't. So
secondhand ring.
And then once I had the ring, I already bought her diamond earrings for Valentine's Day. And now I have the ring, I'm thinking, well, can I, bring the earrings back? Because I don't want to give her too much stuff, I want to bring the earrings back, but then I'm thinking, what the hell? So, now I got the ring. Then, I pick her up, we go to the diner, we check into the Best Western. And then I give her, she gives me some Valentine's stuff, some nice stuff. And then I give her the earrings first. And she looks at him, and she's kind of, happy, but you could tell, she's like, ugh.
Why, was she expecting an engagement?
Well, she was probably, all girls are expecting an engagement ring.
How small?
You weren't expecting it?
Hold on. How small were the diamond earrings?
What's that?
How small were they? That's why she went, ugh.
No, they weren't small. They're they were They're almost like a quarter carat a piece, the earrings.
That's small.
Did you know they were small, or they just look big in your hands?
Look like the Hope Diamond.
Yeah. I mean, most women would say that that's small.
What, a quarter carat a piece?
You said almost a quarter carat.
What's that?
You said almost.
Well, yeah. You know,
Voss got him in that mine with the 6 other dwarfs.
like a 12th of a carat, whatever.
All right, so she's like, oh, whatever. Why? She was kind of expecting that you were going to pop the question?
No, she was scared I was going to ask her, you know, but
yeah.
She figures, and I figure, you know, she figured, well, I got this TV show with him, so I can't, you know, let me say yes to the ring. Well, anyhow, so then I gave her the earrings, and then I said, oh, here, I got something else. And I hand her a box, you know, it's really a nice case, but it had a couple chips on it because, you know, I got it from my friend, where the ring comes in. You know, it would be really a beautiful ring case if it didn't have those 2 chips in it, you know, the dents or whatever. So she opens it up, and I go, you don't have to say yes, because I was kind of nervous. And,
well, we got Jamie from Whackbag saying he had to tell Bonnie she didn't have to say yes, and then in quotations it says, I'm going in to take a nap. When I wake up, if the ring's on your finger, I'll know I have a partner. If it isn't, I'll know I don't.
So, no, we were destined because, you know, we get along great. She's cool. She's funny.
Now, Rich, is this her first marriage?
Yeah, it's her first marriage.
Her first. So this, you don't understand how special this is.
What's that?
You obviously don't understand how special this is. If this was like her second marriage, then the little motel and the cheap diner and stuff is, you know, that's fine. But this is her first, and girls do think about this when they're little girls and stuff. And this is the culmination of that, is Voss in a diner and then a motel?
A Best Western.
A Best Western?
Yeah, but it was 3 stars. First of all, what's the big deal? I mean, you know.
It's not a big deal to you. You've already failed at it once.
Yeah, so?
It's a big deal to her.
It's not a big deal to her. Now she gets to become an American citizen. She's from Canada, so, I mean, that's an extra bonus, too, you know.
So she's got to... You mean she's really not a citizen, and she has to deal with all those things
I don't know.
Of not being a citizen?
I don't know what she deals with. She had no problem. We went to Canada a couple of weeks ago and came back. There was no problem. I guess she's a I don't know.
Then what? Then you guys just banged to celebrate?
Yeah. It was great, too.
Jeez.
So, you know, and then we, you know, you got to see this ring. It's beautiful. It's so nice.
Can we talk to the unlucky bride-to-be?
What, do you want to say hi?
Yeah. Let's say hi to Bonnie.
Hello.
Hi, Bonnie.
Hi, Princess.
Hi.
So how you feeling today?
Good.
Are you happy about the chain of events here that have taken place?
We heard his side of the story. Let's hear your side of the story. Was it a little?
Yeah, it was very nice. It was unexpected.
Was it a little more romantic than Rich just made it out to be?
No, which was perfect, because if it had been, I would have. I'm not.
Oh, you would have. Oh, okay.
It's too much. It's gross.
Really?
Yeah.
So you didn't want to puke or anything?
Yeah, exactly.
You're in love with him, and you're getting married.
Yeah, and I knew he was perfect when we were at a radio station, and this girl wanted a picture with him, and he said, okay, but put your arm around my shoulders. And the girl did, and he goes, okay, now squeeze my neck. And she did, and he farted.
That's fantastic.
Are you going to be, I'm hoping that they have kids.
Yeah.
So Voss could be a, how old's Voss now? 55 or something like that?
Like Tony Randall, he'll be. Just a doddering old fool with young kids.
Right. I have a feeling that they're going to have a kid together. Voss I think Voss is going to raise another kid.
He's gonna get on medication, and he's going to be able to get it up, and we're going to make it work.
We're going to make it work.
Is this going to be a Jewish wedding?
No.
No, he's not going to make you wear a yarmulke or something, or him wear the yarmulke?
Doesn't he have a tattoo that says never again? Isn't that about being a Jew?
I think that was about getting married.
At first I thought it was about no more tattoos.
Oh, never again.
Wow. So now you guys, you've apparently you weren't really surprised, so you talked about this before?
Oh, yeah, no, he's, you know.
You didn't force him into this, did you?
Oh, my
'Cause
God.
I know some girls do that.
Now, Voss was talking about this on the golf course a long time ago.
I can't get rid of him.
Hey, did you like the earrings he gave you? He said that you kind of looked a little disappointed when he gave you just the earrings.
No, well, he gave me a little box, so I did think that was, I mean, it looks like the size of a ring box.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so you thought
then
it was
when I opened it up, I was, the earrings are beautiful.
So you really...
He's really good. The ring is gorgeous. The earrings are gorgeous.
How many carat is the ring?
Well, Rich loves to talk about the ring, so you should ask him.
Of course.
Yeah, I'm sure he got a great deal on this thing, knowing Rich.
Oh, please.
Jesus, what did he promise the
He
guy?
told me to tell people it was $7,000.
Below cost.
He did tell me that, too.
Really?
Yeah, of course.
$7,000.
He told me the other night that he calls me back.
I don't know what the real cost is.
7,000. He whispers.
7,000.
Yeah, someone's on the line hoping that when Rich handed you the ring, you went, ooh! When the midget handed over the ring to you. It's a little inside joke on our show. All right.
Congratulations, Bonnie.
Yeah, congratulations,
Thank you, guys.
Bonnie.
Congratulations.
Norton, I hope this doesn't, put a wedge between us.
No, I understand. It was a long time coming. He has to for his kids. He has to keep up appearances, so I'm happy for you.
Appearances.
Well,
Yeah.
he can't talk to you anymore.
Do you get along with the...
I'm like the ex.
Bonnie, do you get along with the girls?
What girls?
You know, his grown-up daughters.
His grown-up daughters.
He has daughters. No, I love them. They're great. They're so funny.
Aren't they close to your age?
Yeah, they're just a few years older than me.
Years older than me. That's funny.
Bonnie's very funny.
Yeah, Bonnie brings the funny into this relationship.
He's learning.
All right, thank you, Bonnie. Congratulations to you guys.
Thank you, guys. Here's Rich again.
All right.
Hello?
Hey.
We love her.
She's very funny, Rich.
Isn't she?
Yeah.
It's funny.
And now when's the date?
Oh, we haven't thought about that yet.
No, huh?
And
No, I don't know. When do you do it? I mean, it'll definitely be on a Sunday, because this way comics, won't be working.
And who's going to be the best man?
Norton. Well, Norton's going to be maid of honor.
He can play both.
Wear something low cut with a wonder bra. Nice cleavage.
Norton will be best man. I'll get Patrice to bartend. Of course.
If you say you want Anthony and I to DJ, I'll freaking punch you in the face.
There you go, DJ.
Because that's what I get every time someone gets married in my family. Hey, Ope, you can be the DJ.
I won't make you guys sit in the
Heard it a million times. Hey, how about we hire you to be the DJ? All right, I get it. Shut up.
Yeah, so, we got a lot of planning to do with that because she lives in L.A., I live here.
Yeah.
Her family's from Canada. I don't know what to, we don't
All
know
right,
yet.
who's moving where now? You got to live together, right?
We're going to keep two places.
Oh, look at you.
Two
Oh,
places, but where are you going to predominantly live?
In Jersey. I'm not going to leave my kids.
Oh, boy, I'm sure she loves that, having some guy that the top priority isn't her, it's the kids.
Well, some guy last night when we were working the other night, Monday, Valentine's Day, he comes on stage and he asks the girl to marry him, right?
Yeah.
Which is, I would never do that. So he sits down, I go, how long have you been going out with her? He said 2 months, right? And he has 3 kids. So he's going through a divorce and she's just, gaining weight, and codependent. And it was so creepy, but me and her had been going out a while, and we get along great. I don't know why I told that other boring story. I thought I'd be able to make a connection, but I couldn't.
Yeah, it didn't quite work.
It didn't quite work.
That's okay. We didn't want too much funny with, Bonnie really did a good job. She was making us laugh, and we didn't want to laugh too much. That's why she put you back on the phone so quickly, I guess, with that great story.
Hey, dude, I've never been a best man. I'm nervous. I don't want to screw that up.
What, being best man?
Yeah.
No, how are you going to screw it up? You just, you hold on to the ring. You keep it, in your bra or something.
And try to during the toast, try not to tell the jerk-off story about the loser gets to fuck her story.
Yeah. And I'm trying to come, and he smells cat shit in the bathroom, and he's going,
The horrified guests looking on. Jimmy does the worst toast ever.
I don't have any nice stories about Voss. Rich and I have done a lot of gigs together, and he's funny. Cheers.
Best of luck.
All right, well, listen, we got to get on a plane.
All right. Congratulations to you guys. Come in and see us soon, all right?
All right, thanks a lot.
All right, there he goes, Rich Voss.
See you, sweetie.
Going back to
newly engaged.
California, looks like.
Rich Voss. That's going to be a problem where they live, I think. She's like California, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And she would never move back here?
I don't know. I think they'll find a way because they're both used to it, the travel and stuff. She's a comic, he's a comic, so it's not foreign to her or him to have to travel and fly all the time to see each other.
Yeah, they don't see each other much, it seems. Every time you talk to Rich, she's flying in from somewhere.
Nah, they're in love, though, man. Voss was telling me all about her on the golf course a year ago.
Yeah.
He was telling me I'm going to marry this one, so.
Before or after he made out with the old broad?
Oh, the grandma?
I love her so much. Come here, Granny.
I think that was before Bonnie.
Yeah?
Yeah,
it was.
No, it was before
He's
Bonnie.
actually been faithful to Bonnie. And they're not listening right now. He doesn't have an XM portable.
Yeah.
He has been totally faithful to her. He really is in love. It makes me sick. He's really happy.
Nothing wrong with that.
Took you out of the mix, though, right? You two were like bosom buddies.
I was riding his... Every time he'd get laid, I'd get to jack off and watch. You know how awful this is for me? Could selfish Voss think of me?
That bastard.
I'm lonely.
You're getting married.
No.
Here's Anthony from the Opie and Anthony Show to help you plan the perfect wedding.
I'm talking to you. Are you listening?
First, you must carefully choose a wedding ring for your gal.
I went into one of those jewelry stores in Penn Station, and I think I spent $300 on it.
Right. Well, you should also make sure your betrothed gets along with your dear, sweet mother.
Your son is a scumbag.
Maybe not. Your wedding night, on the other hand, should be a magical one.
I believe I laid there looking at the ceiling with tears of regret and sorrow rolling down the sides of my face.
Just follow these simple steps and you'll have the perfect wedding. Just like... I got nothing.
I was shocked. I was horrified. I was broke. Hopeless. What did I get myself into? It only took 9.5 years for me to leave. Never marry a wife. I was a broken, beaten man. And I had been married for 6 hours.
The Opie and Anthony Show.
XM202.
Hey, did you know Gamefly.com, that cool video game rental service you've heard about, is now giving away lifetime subscriptions to their service? Basically, games for life.
Anyone who signs up today for their free trial is eligible for the sweepstakes and hundreds of other instant win prizes, including the Xbox 360 a day giveaway.
With Gamefly.com, the smartest way to rent and buy video games, you can choose from all the latest games. Over 3,000 titles on every platform. So you'll never buy a bad game again.
You can try them all first by renting from Gamefly. Go to Gamefly.com/XM to get signed up today. You'll be automatically entered into Gamefly's Games for Life sweepstakes.
That's right. Sign up today, and you'll get a 2-week free trial and qualify for a chance to win a lifetime of games from Gamefly.
That's Gamefly.com/XM. Gamefly, ready to play. The Jägermeister Music Tour.
Yeah, featuring Disturbed with special guest Corrosion of Conformity. Be there for a chance to win custom tour prizes from Schecter, Coffin Case, and Peavey.
Get tickets now at Ticketmaster outlets or online at Ticketmaster.com. For more tour information, visit JägermeisterMusicTour.com or Disturbed1.com.
Jägermeister. They're dedicated to music, not underage drinking. Brought to you by Jägermeister Liqueur, 35% alcohol by volume, imported by Sidney Frank Importing Company, New Rochelle, New York. Drink responsibly. And don't drink if you're under 21. Must be at least 21 to receive prizes. Prizes where permitted by law.
Next time on a very special Ron and Fez.
Fez develops outside interests.
Ronnie, I need a hobby. What about pottery? Nah. Painting? Boring. How about working with some wood? Maybe later, after we think of a new hobby. Your fucking hobby is being disgusting.
All in the next Ron and Fez. Ron and Fez. 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. Pacific. On XM 202.
Here's Opie and Anthony when they aren't stinking.
Ooh, who took their shoes off? It's a little stinky in here.
The worst of Opie and Anthony.
All right, bombs and flubs. We'll start with bombs. How's that sound?
Bombs. Of course,
Bombs.
These are the comments that at least one person in the studio thought were funny. And the rest somehow just didn't see the humor, maybe weren't listening. But it really, it bombed.
And most of the listeners hated it, too.
Of course they did.
All right, so here's the first one.
Who is it? Who gets the first one?
It's from Anthony.
God damn it. I have a lot of bombs. I throw a lot of shit out on a daily basis.
Let me tell you
Not
something.
all gonna stick.
Let me tell you something, Anthony.
Yeah.
Your only bomb.
No way.
And Bombs and Flubs Volume 3.
Come on, I got plenty.
This is your only bomb represented here. Here's Ant. What's the deal?
They bandaged it up. He just had to wait a while. They took some x-rays. And he's going to call in like a couple minutes. He's just going into Dwayne Reed, to get a prescription filled.
It took him a while because his hog donated blood for all the victims of the London bombing. Nothing? His hog donated blood for all the victims of the London bombing?
Well, it was a little wordy.
Yeah. All right.
As you're saying it, you
Drop that down.
All right, and we added
put a tone.
Yeah, we added a tone so you know we're back live.
I like how quickly you realized you were bombing.
I knew it as I was saying it. As it was coming out of me, I was like, this is going nowhere. And the reason in my head, too wordy. I absolutely knew why that bomb.
His hog donated blood to the victims of the London.
Victims of the London bombing and blah, blah, shut up.
You're just running to the end of the sentence.
Oh, I just want to get it out of there and cover it up.
That was the day Ben didn't show up for work because he got hit by a cab, by the way.
It was one of the days?
one of the many days he didn't show up for work. He's been much better lately, though. All right, speaking of Ben, he's the next one that bombs. Check out Ben. Bem. There's one for the Flubs. All right, stop. There's Nathaniel writing it down. Here's Ben bombing. All right, Mike. Well, come back with your head lowered in shame.
I will. I'm on my way.
Good job.
Look at the bright side.
Slink back, Mike.
Look at the bright side. You got the guy that made his terrible wow flyers going around Times Square. That guy from yesterday, the crazy guy that was in here, with his terrible flyer. Hello.
No one was listening to Ben at all. No one was listening to him at all.
I just like how he kept going and going, waiting for a reaction from somebody.
You gotta admit, that guy was pretty funny yesterday.
Right,
and did you hear fucking SpongeBob Skull trying to cover it up and just keep talking? Like, you know what, though? I mean, the guy really was his flyer.
Yeah, he was crazy, yeah. Bomb.
That old fucking trick of, like, when it bombs, you know, you turn it into a serious statement quickly.
Sure.
Yeah.
I never meant it to be a joke.
But, I mean, I heard he really worked hard on them, you know.
Never meant it to be a joke.
All right, the next one is from old Jimmy Norton.
Uh-oh.
Jesus, how the hell did you find one of these?
Oh, look.
Yeah.
What's wrong, Jimmy?
It's got you passed.
But what? You made us all look.
I'm sorry.
Did I ruin it?
No.
What?
No.
Jimmy?
There was just something that said Bitter Ant. That was the name of the product. I was just thinking Anthony. Because,
me when I'm all bitter?
Yeah, but it just doesn't hold water. That one bombed in theory.
Bombed well in advance in your head before it ever came out.
Yeah,
so
I knew that was going down.
You knew.
I just love hearing, like, as you lose confidence as it starts to bomb.
Yeah.
You start off, like, really decent volume. Yeah, that's kind of like the guy, you know. You just become this fucking little 4-year-old. I want some ice cream.
All right, the next one is from Rich Voss, bombing on the Opie and Anthony program.
I want to be on the cover of Tiger Beat with, like, a white bathing trunks with the lining torn out. Nice and wet.
How about the cover of NAMBLA Weekly?
I think that was necessary.
That was a good line.
I didn't hit the button. Don't look at me.
Is there a NAMBLA Weekly? A NAMBLA?
Yeah.
NAMBLA
Weekly. No, it was just an awful attempt.
Yeah.
Voss said that was like a really inside thing, and he knew what NAMBLA was. Fucking dope.
I'm educated.
All right, the next bomb is from old Jimmy Norton again.
Oh, no.
She said that if Andrew gave him
I was
the pictures he took because you smashed her camera, she would give him a blowjob in exchange.
You want a blowjob today, Andrew?
She offered. No. He didn't accept.
She would definitely do it for you.
Yeah, she certainly would.
Oh, no. Then she said, even if you don't give me the pictures, I'll give you a blowjob.
Those nice ratty teeth wrapped around it. Oof.
All right, let's get
Finger.
You
should have sucked him butt, too.
Jimmy.
All right, let's get Sandy Kane in here.
I didn't even know where the bomb was.
Yeah, I don't get that one.
It was even if she doesn't give you a blow, you don't bring the picture, she'll give you a blowjob.
Yeah.
This is some mild, weak attempt at humor.
All right, that wasn't that bad.
That's right, then. You piece of shit.
This one is titled Ben. So Ben's bombing here. Then it says Voss impression. Does Ben do a Voss impression?
Wow. Ben doing impressions?
And then it says,
gotta be good.
comma, Jim Flub. Okay. Let's take a listen.
That one made page 6.
It did. One of Ben's parties actually got into page 6 in the paper. About the celebrities that were there and Voss.
Voss. Hey, it's Voss. So. Oh, Jesus, I'm out of here.
Why?
Nothing
wrong with a good birthday bomb.
Car crash.
No.
You're
in a category all by yourself, man.
That's not even a car crash. That's just a cake falling off the floor and thudding.
Falling off the floor?
Yes, because the house was turned upside down in a tsunami, falling off the floor.
The cake fell off the floor.
Candle right through her head.
A bomb and a flub, all in one.
That's stupid Ben doing that Voss impression.
Hey, it's Voss.
Hey, little boy.
Yeah. That was his Mark Perino impression.
Terrible.
Hey, it's Voss.
That's when you know you're doing an awful impression. You have to say the person you're doing. Hey, I'm Bill Clinton. It always starts with hey.
Hey.
This is the guy I'm impersonating.
He claps his little fat hands.
Hey.
Hey, little boy. Hey. Just laughs. One little fat-headed addict alone with his merriment.
The next bomb is from myself here. All right, I'm prepared to bomb. I'm not even going to play this game.
Don't prepare.
So I was going to go, Jimmy's not on the South Beach diet. He's on the South Bronx diet. Hookers and losing weight. And yeah. But you can see where it could have been cute.
That one actually brought shame into the room.
Yeah, that was so bad. People are commenting that this is the worst tone that was used ever.
Awful.
It's one of those raise your right hand if you hear it in your right ear kind of tones like you heard in school during the hearing test. Where did you get that? That is horrid. Van?
Horrid. It's on.
No, it's not.
There you go.
Got headphones on. And now it's back. It's just something it generated by the editing software.
It's like an old 50s tone.
Yeah. It's like one of those books you read as a kid.
Effects.
Yeah. You know, it's time to turn the page.
Well, people don't like it.
Sorry.
All right. We'll find a new tone for the next.
I like this one. It's annoying everyone. Keep it.
All right. The next bomb is from Rich Voss again.
I'm 37, Rich.
37, wow. Same as your waist size. Nothing. They told me to call to be mean.
Well, that was mean-spirited because...
I can't be mean because it's your birthday. First of all, I don't even like doing the...
All right. That's just pretty much Rich being on the show, isn't it?
He's so experienced with bombing, too. He just plows right through.
Plows ahead. I like when he goes, but like he's changing the subject and it goes nowhere.
Boss has a laugh track in his
right
head.
there.
He just hears smiles and laughs. He hears smiles.
Oh, yeah. That's the next bomb is from old Jimmy Norton.
Oh,
we got to talk about the Jesus statue that opened its eye.
Oh.
A little creepy.
It's not a big mystery, though, by the way.
No?
Somebody was being loud in the house. It stinks, and I don't like it. I just meant that there was no mystery, because the joke would have been that it's obvious he opened his eye because somebody was loud, and he was like, "What?"
Right.
Hello, exactly.
That's a good one right there.
Wow. What an abrupt stop.
There was 6 seconds of dead air after that line.
And then he just goes, ah.
And then he started feeling uncomfortable.
That was like a cabin pressure thing.
Catastrophic loss of cabin pressure.
No laughs, frost on the windows.
Wow, that's good. Woo. All right, the next bomb is from Nathaniel, sitting to my left today.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Olive.
Olive who?
I love petting puppies until they die. That's all right. No? All right.
Nope, you might want to pet yourself there.
All right.
You should pet that joke.
You got it.
Well, someone's laughing.
Yeah.
Well, it's
The
like,
three clowns in that room.
You mean never take a chance, Travis? Sure. Enjoy anonymity, stupid.
He smashed you. He may have bombed, but he's calling you a pussy boy, and I think he's right.
Never take a chance, Travis. Wow.
Can I point out that I like the fact that the guy who creates the bit and does all the editing puts in his own bomb / segue into a kill.
Exactly.
Yep. Absolutely. Sorry.
He was able to rehash the whole Travis thing.
Anytime I could make fun of Travis again, I would take advantage
He
of it.
fought back well there.
Who?
He did after he bombed.
Yeah, he did. Old Opie pants.
That fucking awful shirt he has on is really... That is a pedophile shirt. It's making me physically ill. I think Henry Lee Lucas wore that when he killed his last victim. Fucking creep.
A little checkers. A little checkered shirt. It's nice.
All right, the final bomb.
And this next one is, just for a little background, we're listening to the audio from Saturn. Remember that weird audio?
Oh, yeah. That's the weird sound you'll hear. The radio telescopes picked up these weird sounds from Saturn. That's the background sound you'll hear.
Okay, here's Jimmy bombing.
Yeah.
And they're not explaining this further yet?
No, that's pretty much it. It's just radio waves from Saturn. You're hearing them. There they are.
Some form of intelligent life?
I don't know. I don't think so.
If you listen close, you can hear cathedral. Cathedral.
So that's an ongoing
That's your
story.
science. That's your science lesson for the day.
From Popular Science.
People want that audio. Where the fuck can I get that audio? That's creepy as hell.
Any Nine Inch Nails album.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to Greg in California. Just go to fark.com. That's where we found it.
Yeah.
We should give Fark a good plug.
Yeah, that came off of Fark.
Those two jokes, let's acknowledge this. My last two jokes bombed so bad, no one made eye contact with them.
That bad.
It was almost like you had all walked in on me. You ever see Prince of Tides when Nick Nolte's a boy being fucked in the ass and his brother looks in the window and sees it and then shoots the perpetrators? That's how the feeling I just got. Like you all just peeked through the curtain and somebody being raped by an older gentleman.
That bad.
I was listening, too. There you have it.
That was a fucking good double bomb.
That was.
Then he came back strong, though.
Of course.
Those were awful.
All right.
People saying that tone is the same beep they used to advance the frames during one of those slide shows you used to get in school back in ye olden days.
Wow.
Hey, this is Bob Saget. Yeah, Michelle's dad on Full House. I fuck Kimmy Gibbler. You're listening to Opie and Anthony.
All right, we've been having a lot of fun at Ron and Fez's expense, so we're gonna turn it around a little bit here.
Expense?
Ooh. Yeah. Or
how much it cost you guys?
Seriously, it hurts.
And
soul.
Well, we do a segment on this show every once in a while called Bombs and Flubs. We did the bombs last week. This is Bombs and Flubs Volume 3. We did not do the flubs yet.
No.
So
the bombs, you've been witness to a couple of them in here, just sitting here. You're throwing so many lines out on a daily basis. Not all of them are going to hit their primary target. Some of them hit way off in the woods where no one really notices them.
Right.
That's what happens.
The greatest, though, is when you notice what somebody just did when they bomb. Like before when you did the one joke, but then you talked after it. It was like sometimes you do that, like you try to make it look like it was almost serious. Like, here comes the joke. Well, but then again, I was trying to say it.
Yeah. The cover. Because if you're not going to talk, there's just going to be deafening silence and shame. The sound of shame.
No one else laughs when they hear cripple. So you have, of course they are brave people. You got to give them all the benefit in the world for that. That's definitely true. I don't think I could do it.
Definitely try to fill up the dead air.
By the way, can I quote somebody? Someone smashed my face so good, I have to give them credit. I wasn't even there. Keith and Bob Kelly were bashing me, and they told me I was going to do something and get arrested, and Keith said I was so mushy they wouldn't use handcuffs. They would use garbage bag ties.
Little twist ties.
Oh, that was a gem.
All right, it's Bombs and Flubs Volume 3. Here come the Flubs.
Who's first?
I am. Here it is.
If you're going to stand there and try to look cool in your picture, you're not a funny guy, dude.
Yeah.
Wearing sensitive slacks.
His slacks, but he's telling us how to dress.
Yes, I meant to say sensible instead of sensitive.
Oh, jot that down. You said sensitive slacks
instead of sensible slacks.
Sensitive.
And the beep, so you know we're back live on the air.
That was the Jim Phillips trashing, I think.
Yeah.
Sensitive Slacks was a band Fez put together in high school.
A lot of Culture Club covers.
It's a progressive kind of art school type band.
All right, the next flub is from Anthony.
Me?
Ooh.
Here we go.
I hate when I flub.
Fucking Hawk is good. He asked for something, fucking 40 minutes later, this kid runs over with a piece of paper. Thanks, bro.
Skating over on his... nothing.
You want to say something about mayo leaking out of his...
I was going to try, yeah.
That's a tough one, because then you realize he has sneakers on.
That was a bomb flub. Yeah. I was going for a joke. I couldn't quite... my mouth started with it before I was done concocting it in my head. And I threw it out there and just hit a wall.
It's the best stuff ever, though. I don't know why. It's like watching somebody hit a baseball, but the ball comes down and catches their heel. You know what I mean? It's like when you're on a team with a guy, that's when you're laughing the hardest. When something happens to your friends, it's better than if something happens to your enemies. I don't know why that is.
Yeah. All right, here's the next flub from old Jimmy Norton. Happy birthday, by the way.
Well, thanks, Opie.
Here we go.
Why did you have to mention that?
Had to because it was a Latino joke.
Is that what? You're afraid you're going to get one letter from one fucking disgruntled person? Holy shit. And he probably didn't even realize he was doing it.
Yeah, because it's just a natural thing to do now.
This intellectual, intellectual. I should have my face smashed in a pan. He's an intellectual. What'd you go to collage?
All right. Not too bad.
No, I was just
kind of, you were going off on a tear there.
I stumbled.
Tripped up a little.
Happens to the best of us.
Slip is not a fall.
Good point, Fez. Good point.
All right, moving on. Here's another one from myself.
Intellectual Jew boys.
That's
from
right.
New York City.
Hook nose controlling the media.
Here's the next one. And it was an actress that was in...
oh, right. There was an actress.
No one puts Baby in a Corner.
Baby in a Corner.
Butts. That's just... I can't say put.
Butts.
Sometimes I just can't say put.
But.
So you're going for the Dirty Dancing reference,
right.
And that was enough. You just take a line out of the movie and act like that's what the movie's called.
Yeah.
Is that movie Jew people dancing upstate? I do that to Fez all the time. I make him actually be my memory bank. I have no idea what the name of or anybody else's name.
So I just have to be ready with it, even if it's incorrect.
Yeah.
Just to throw out a name. That's Bill.
Yeah, right.
I do that all the time. It seems like whenever I'm trying to come up with a name or movie title or anything,
right.
The second I want to bring it into focus, it goes further away.
Right.
And then I have to use some kind of thing. And I wonder why people don't know. The guy that wore the shoes and had the shirt in that movie. Come on.
Come on.
And then you're an asshole for not knowing.
Come on.
Come on.
All right, the next one is from Anthony. Here we go.
Uh-oh.
And I don't know, they'll show some idiot. I don't know what happened. I brought my gas can. I smoked. I fell asleep. Next thing you know, this hotel isn't safe.
Lighting firecrackers in crackers in my oxygen tent.
Firecrackers.
Firecrackers.
Yeah.
All right, moving right along. Bombs and Flubs, Volume 3, The Flubs. Here's the next one. I do that, actually. I bite the index finger really hard.
No,
and then
more biting.
And then I bite the in between my bicep and my shoulder muscle.
Where?
Why?
Right here in that soft
Where
spot.
do you bite?
Really hard.
Why
Between
would you
what and
do
what?
that?
All right, relax.
No, I'm asking you.
Jesus.
What? If you bite between your biceps, that is dangerous.
Why?
You can't. Because a bicep is.
I didn't say bicep, did I? Oh, God. Well, I'll be the star of Volume 3. Did I really say that one? No, I didn't even catch that one.
Yeah, you did.
All right,
Of course,
bicep.
Danny Diction caught it. Was that stupid Steve chiming in?
No, it was you, wasn't it?
No, but who caught it? Like, who said, yeah, you did?
Yes, you did.
Perfect.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
The next flub is from old Jimmy Norton.
They must have to fist through the archives for one of these.
Are you writing out your questions?
Yeah, I got a few. A few written down.
Can you read one of them?
They won't make any sense.
Why do you have big spaces? Is that
I love how confident he is. They won't make any sense.
He's been preparing all morning.
Little ideas.
Little ideas.
Come on, Jimmy.
Can I suck your hog?
Check this box for Yex.
I'm sorry, Jimmy.
For Yex. Check this box for Yex.
That was when I was interviewing Sabbath that day. When Dumb Voss was in studio.
Yeah, you were a little nervous.
Yeah.
I was scared.
All right.
I was scared.
Moving on. A Brooklyn man says his estranged wife forged his signature on a form to get his frozen sperm.
Who did Ope? I'm sorry, I actually did not hear that.
Oh, it's always we're back live. It's always that fuck across from me that has to make sure everyone knows I fucked up.
I try to ask in a way that doesn't give away that it was a fuck up.
But you're acting.
You're the worst.
That's not really what it is.
You're the worst.
What are you saying? That's exactly what it is.
My pal Anthony lets me flub all the time.
That's right.
But you have to point it out every fucking time.
What was that? Why don't you repeat what you just said?
All right, back to the tape. To get his frozen sperm.
Who did Ope? I'm sorry, I actually did not hear that.
A Brooklyn man says he's estranged. Oh, I said the word wrong.
No.
Look at Jimmy.
A Brooklyn man says his wife that he no longer likes forged his signature on a form to get his frozen sperm and then used it to conceive a daughter.
Well, how long have they been estranged?
I'm not playing your stupid
dude,
game.
if I see a G in a word, I just remove it.
Just take it out. You don't say wigged.
No.
So Ant and I, I'm going to drag Anthony into this one. So Ant and I don't talk as well as you, Jimmy. What can we say?
Why was I dragged into that, by the way?
I knew I needed
a little help in the lifeboat.
I was looking really bad. I had to drag you in to help me out there.
Everybody gets Francine mouth. There's nothing you're going to do about it.
Yeah. Bombs and Flubs, Volume 3. The Flubs, we move on with little Jimmy Norton.
Francine talks like she is always having a stroke. I just want this.
Yeah, she really does.
Here's Jimmy.
What did he get?
And then it's going to be like, well, there's a long line at
Should have asked him what he got. Painkiller?
Probably had to get condoms, and his size are special made order only. Special made order.
I think the old Ben's hog bit might be done.
Oh, no, there's more. I just tripped on it. That was like a bomb flub together.
Yeah.
That was a combination of an awful joke that was delivered horribly. Which is nice.
I think Ben's being a little picky on some of these.
I think too.
Perfect Storm picky.
You Jew motherfucker, you ever go over my head again, I'll kill you.
Here's the next flub.
It's an unspoken rule. You just know it exists. You know it exists. But you know what? I was so glad I didn't have to go into cheery mode right there.
What happened?
You wrong button pushing son of a bitch.
You had the...
I'm not feeling too good about myself.
You had the wrong template on, didn't you?
I'm not feeling too good about myself.
Oh, don't let it get you down.
My whole responsibility during that rant was to push one lousy button, and I couldn't do it.
You could do it. It was a mistake. Oh, we all make them.
And we're back live. Well, I was going to play the comedy music.
Yeah.
All right.
Which is funny. Sometimes it's almost funny when somebody pushes the wrong button because we all know what it was going for.
Right.
Jim, are you ever sincere, though? Can we ever, when you try to pick us up, can we ever believe you even for a second?
Sure can.
Because I just, sometimes it seems sarcastic. And I just know that if something's going wrong in my life and you're building me up, it's a joke at my expense.
The rip down. Yeah, the
a lot
tear
of times,
down's right
man,
on the corner.
you got to know when to joke and when to not.
Right.
That's what my dad would always say. Then he'd say, use your head for something besides a hat rack. That dad had tough talk.
I think Nathaniel has something against Anthony here because the next three are all Anthony.
What did I do?
Why didn't you spread them around there?
Yeah, Jesus, Dan. That's not really a flub. That's just like a little, fudge.
Am I on?
Flub Volume 4. You see how that hurts? How about technical glitches, Volume 1?
All right, here's Anthony flubbing.
Damn it.
Didn't it get 50,000 views, that one, the first thread? The first thread, the second one's got like 8,000 already. Yeah. This guy's in trouble. He's got a big mouth and he's arrogant and he's going to learn.
Well, I can't wait to hear what happens this afternoon. It should be interesting.
Wait till we unleash. Unleash.
L-U-S-H-E. It's kind of like douche with an L.
I was going to make a minister of morons jokes and I fucked it all up.
We have finally had it with these guys in commercial radio trying to say that we don't have an audience and that our radio careers are done. We finally had it. We're like, oh, yeah, well, watch what we do now. We'll show you how powerful this radio show actually is.
He's in a lot of trouble, Capuche.
Yeah, I remember. I think, are all three of these from the same day? Because I was having one of the worst days ever when I said unloosed.
That sounded like he got up to walk away.
Yeah.
At one point.
I was so angry at my mouth. I couldn't say anything that day.
Do you notice every clip is us having a problem with another radio show? Fuck that and fuck their show. He's a fucking jerk off.
We are assholes.
And everyone falls for it, huh? Have you ever attacked anyone and they go, oh, no, I'm not going to.
No, a lot of times it's just a response to an unprovoked, because a lot of these people we haven't heard of until they start talking shit.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
All right, here's Anthony. This one's a great one.
Oh, no. Okay, I'll ask you a question. Who's the useless jizz receptacle? Fuck you. Look at them all jotting it down inside. Mark it, time it. There's pens going crazy. Receptacle. I think that was the same day. Not sure.
Yeah.
Receptacle. I stink.
First of all, I don't like the fact that Condoleezza Rice has the same hairstyle as Big Kev. It really is beginning to annoy me.
I actually thought that was Francine and the President together.
I thought she was announcing she won Patty's wig on the auction.
How is that wig? The wig's over $100, Anthony.
All right.
Here's the next flub from Anthony again. Bombs and Flubs, Volume 3.
I'm Mr. Carter. I'm getting out of my bubble.
And then what happened?
He took a walk. What happened? Yeah.
I think that's how it ends, knowing that it's probably not going to turn out too good.
Catch that cold.
By some dirty Asian sneezed in his face.
Give him the SIDS.
The SIDS?
Or the, what is it called? Yeah, some infant death syndrome.
I didn't know SIDS was contagious.
And you got to put John to sleep on his back. What a tool.
I recovered.
I forgot about that. He did recover.
He recovered, yeah.
Big recovery, yes.
No.
Oh, that could be the highlight right there of Bombs and Flubs.
Those SIDS. Yeah, you never know.
And we finish Bombs and Flubs off with little Jimmy Norton.
Maybe you can go. Speaking of drugstores.
Drugsteers.
Speaking of drugstores. You want your stuff, go to Dwayne Reed. That's a fine place to fill a prescription. If you want to see Jane...
Wow, Jimmy, have a cup of coffee and just spare us.
I was going to say Jane Goodall in action. It would have been a Jen, but I said Jen Goodall.
Jen Goodall. You know, her sister. She did nothing.
It's torture.
And that ends Bombs and Flubs Volume 3.
That was like a double.
Yeah, you started off. I think the initial one tripped you up a little bit.
Yeah.
And then you weren't able to continue.
I want to thank...
Sometimes it's like you're running. You ever run down a hill and you're so on the brink of falling right on your face and you know it's going to happen but you can't stop? That's how some of those things are. You try and your mouth is working but you know you're just going to end up head over a tea kettle.
You only run downhill if Steve is chasing you. I don't run well downhill. You know this.
Oh, it's playing dead. I have to walk away.
Nathaniel, great job.
Excellent.
On this day, prescribed by law and marked by ceremony, we are led to one conclusion.
This place
just blows.
You're being harsh.
The Opie and Anthony Show.
Here's Opie and Anthony when they don't suck.
Good for what ails you. What?
The worst of Opie and Anthony.
Got to thank Big Kev for hooking me up with this. He found this DVD from, remember the old Dinah Shore show? It was an old talk show. She was like the prelude to all the like women
Regis.
Talk shows.
And Regis also, though.
Well, yeah, kind of.
Because there was more celebrities on her
show.
It
was all celebrity. It was a celebrity talk show. It was kind of like Oprah.
Mike
one
Douglas,
of those, Mike Douglas.
Griffin.
It was, but she would have these celebrities come on, and they're not singers. They're movie people and TV people. But somehow, through I think drugs or some type of hypnosis in the green room, these people would come out and sing, and it was awful. They had William Shatner, and we all have heard him do his spoken word stuff, and it's hysterical. It's just Mr. Tambourine Man. Mr. Tambourine Man. Mr. Tambourine Man. But he did a version of Harry Chapin's Taxi. It was one of the worst. take any Shatner you've seen, it's 10 times worse. 10 times worse. Where we were sitting there, and my brother at one point turned and went, look, he held his arm up. He had goosebumps on his arm because it was such a chill, horrible, I can't believe I'm watching this moment.
Did you bring the DVD in?
Got it at home. I'll bring it in tomorrow.
All right.
I will bring it in tomorrow.
Ben, email Anthony to bring that DVD in.
Yes, and I'm still looking for the stupid Star Wars Christmas
That's why we want that,
and
too.
I packed it when I moved, and you know how that goes.
All right. Well,
but this one is awful. Chuck Woolery singing I Write the Songs. Barry Manilow's I Write the Songs.
That must have been nice.
Oh, it's lovely. Remember Chad Everett, teen heartthrob from the 60s from the show Medical Center? It was like an old, hospital show. Like any of those are new. Also, you watch some old TV and it's like that. Like anything's new. It's a hospital show.
Mm-hmm.
And he was singing Marcus Welby, CSI. He was singing this song. I never even heard it before, but it's just not one thing on key. Not one note did he hit that was the right note. And Hervé Villechaize, singing a song.
Midget.
He had his little Beans and Franks-like fingers wrapped around that big microphone, trying to sing with that big, fat midget tongue of his.
His little animal balloon hands.
Yeah. Animal balloon hands. That is exactly what they look like. Oh. And then...
what was Hervé singing? Hi-ho, it's off to lynch my little self I go.
Did he hang himself?
Yes.
Oh, I thought he shot himself.
I thought he shot himself. He did. Oops.
Yeah. You just are thinking of what would have been really funny to find.
No, I couldn't. Literally.
What a family member would have just laughed at walking in the room. That little body swinging.
Under the sink.
His weight barely enough to choke him.
I've been here for 2 hours.
What's happening? I cannot choke myself.
With that bad mustache to make him look like an adult.
You're right, he did shoot himself. I forgot.
He still had
shot himself.
He still had to use the toe clip, even though it was a handgun.
Oh, yeah, the barrel was still too far away.
He walked by a mirror, caught himself eating Gerbers, and he's like, I have to just kill myself.
Go. Oh.
You know what's nice, though? I know celebrities can't sing, but have you ever heard Richard Keel singing You Don't Bring Me Flowers?
God, I'll look for that one.
Wow, now I'm thinking about dead celebrities and what songs they could have sang.
Yeah, Telly Savalas.
I'm thinking, I Smell Bit. I Smell Bit.
Remember John Travolta's big hit, I'm Gonna Let Her In? Oh, just horrid. And he's lip-syncing badly on the show. Who else did they have? They had Captain Stubing from The Love Boat doing a duet with Beretta, who was just drunk off his ass. I don't know how they got these people to do this. But we watched the whole thing because it was just a scream.
Oh. John Travolta, let her in.
Hey. Look, I'm singing a song.
Something she said has stuck in my head and I can't get away. Gonna let her in.
I'm gonna let her in. Now you're a cunt.
Gonna let her in.
Let her in, Double J.
Gonna let her in my life.
God damn it! Are you fucking with me?
You know what I find? I find.
Big singing career. I think this is after Welcome Back, Kotter. Nice.
Oh my God, it's awful.
It was nice.
Just has ass sex written all over it, doesn't it? Man-on-man action.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let him in.
Dead celebrities and what songs they could possibly sing. I Smell Bit.
If Hervé hung himself, he would he have used waxed or unwaxed floss? That's very funny, Bill. Bill. Burt Reynolds is another one who's singing.
What was the song he sang? Made her tea don't...
oh, no, you didn't.
I was trying to say, made her tea don't grab that, it's not a hat.
Yeah, their wigs are really bad, too, him and Shatner. It was during that phase where I guess the big poofy wig was like what people were wearing back then. It just looked horrid. Big, like, pelt There's nothing more than a pelt on his head.
You got to bring that in.
Him and Shatner. Shatner had like different colored sideburns coming out of the bottom of this hair hat he was wearing. Big lapels sticking out. He was wearing a choker.
They're called hair helmets.
A hair hat.
Villechaize, I got some info on him.
Oh, you do?
And I'm not...
Elve.
I'm not misreading this, by the way. This is how it's down on paper.
Internet Movie Database.
Villechaize became alcoholic.
He did.
And depressed. Is that proper way to say that?
Became alcoholic.
Really?
Yeah, I guess so.
I would have said became an alcoholic.
I think either is correct.
Oh, no kidding. Okay. Learned
go.
something new today. Villechaize became alcoholic and depressed, so he missed several roles that he was offered. His health problems also increased, mostly suffering from ulcers and a spastic colon. Oh, my God.
Oh, little shitting midget.
That is just awful.
I crapped my pants again. I was going to go for a roll, but I shit myself.
Just couldn't stop drinking half and half. It went right through him.
He's wearing diapers.
Oh, God.
Little Similac duties.
He doesn't even have to buy, like, Depends. He could just use Pampers, like baby diapers.
Oh,
put them on.
God.
Hey, they have little cartoon characters on them. I shit myself. Where's my fucking gun?
He got tired of looking at his little feet sticking straight out off the toilet.
He's got to use the potty training stool to take a leak.
Oh. Dab the little toilet paper in his asshole because it's raw. 9 dumps. Can't stop eating spicy food.
My asshole is killing me.
Oh, that's horrid. Poor little fidget. Oh, yes, Fantasy Island.
Ow. The pain. Ow. My asshole.
Depends.
This is Hervé. His fantasy is to be in a bathroom and have one solid log come out.
Welcome. Smiles, everyone. Smiles.
Get up there and ring the bell, you little French speck.
Ah, Tattoo, you have shit yourself again.
I can't help it, Buzz.
He's got to wear that white suit. I finally beat you, Jimmy.
Walks away with a big brown stain in the back. Waddles away.
Oh. It was so embarrassing. I had to shake a nugget out of my pant leg.
Couldn't even wipe his own little crack properly.
With big finger.
Wouldn't reach.
Oh. Mr. Rock, could you wipe my ass again?
Poor little fidget.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're getting prepared for takeoff.
Ooh.
The listeners taking over the bit. Brian, go ahead, Brian.
What about a little Flying High again for John Denver?
Ah, there you go.
See,
one of my favorites as a child.
Dead celebrities and songs they could possibly have sung, right?
Staying with the theme.
All right, let's go to Randy in New York. Randy.
Yo, what's up? I heard that Shatner's wife could sing anything from Drowning Pool. Maybe a little duet with Tommy Lee's kid. Punching out.
Oh, my God. All right, back to Villechaize, Anthony. Became alcoholic and depressed, so he missed several roles that he was offered. His health problems also increased, mostly suffering from ulcers and a spastic colon. And he nearly died of pneumonia in 1992.
With little parrot lungs.
Oh, they were full of a thimble full of liquid. I almost died.
His little lungs.
On the afternoon of Saturday, September 4th, 1993.
93, yeah?
After having watched a movie. What was the movie he watched?
Oh.
He wrote a
Gulliver's Travels.
Willy Wonka in the Chocolate Factory.
This is depressing.
If he overslept for that audition, it would have made him.
There's a chocolate factory in my bathroom.
Spastic colon in the Chocolate Factory.
Wow, yeah. Well, so on the afternoon of Saturday, September 4th, 1993, after having watched a movie, he wrote a note and made a tape recording before shooting himself in his backyard.
Tape recording.
Oh, I'd love to hear that.
That would be nice.
Is there any way to get... That has to be out there somewhere, you got to think.
Someone must have it.
You got to think.
Wow. Couldn't take it anymore. He was married once, wasn't he?
He was married at the time. His common-law wife, Kathy Self, was that her name? Discovered his body and called the ambulance, which took him to the medical center of North Hollywood, where he died at 3:40. Villechaize was cremated, and his ashes were scattered off Point Fermin in Los Angeles.
They were scattered over a daisy.
His ashes were flicked in an ashtray.
How did his wife discover the body while the cat was trying to bury it in the yard under some sand?
Oh my God!
I'm not a big fan of spreading the ashes.
No.
Nah, you spread them over like the ocean. I don't know, or over a lake and stuff. And,
yeah.
And some poor guy that just happens to be going for a swim that day has to get a mouthful of your loved one.
Ashes.
Yeah.
What? But was he married before to someone else, or was this his only wife? Because I saw something on like the Mike Douglas show, or Merv.
I remember this woman was a lot. Obviously, I was ready to say something really stupid. A lot taller than him.
She was normal size, and I remember seeing her there, and she was kind of hot.
Yeah.
Like I remember them being on a talk show, and she was treating him like a child. Swear to you, she like put him up on her leg and was like, "Well, me and Hervé get along so well, don't we, sweetie?" Like treating him like a little kid. And he says, "Yeah, she got so nice to have a regular-sized woman, not a freak like me." Little freak.
He was awful.
Yeah, he had the one role. Poor little guy. What else was he going to do after Fantasy Island went off the air?
Through it all.
Just drink.
All right, let's...
airplane bottle after airplane bottle.
Let's go to Richard and...
Two-fisting it.
Let's go to Richard in Missouri. Richard!
Yeah, what's up, O&A?
Hey.
How about Payne Stewart singing Air Supply's Greatest Hits?
Oh, that's pretty good. Air Supply.
John in New Orleans. What's up, John?
Hey, guys, what's going on? How about John F. Kennedy? Hit me with your best shot.
Ah, that's an obvious one.
Very good. Trey in Georgia. What's up, Trey?
Hey, man, the movie he was watching was Big with Tom Hanks. He just couldn't handle the pressure.
That's why we love
Pat from Moonachie says Robert Reed should sing Tainted Love. That's very good, Pat.
Very good.
On fire.
I'm just saying. Rich in New York. What's up, Rich?
Hey, what's going on?
Hey.
You can always get the Yates Quintet singing Splish Splash.
Da-da-da-da, Splish Splash, I was taking
a rubber dump just a drowning in that tub. Wishing everything was all right.
Wow. Jed in New York. What's up, Jed?
Hey, guys.
Hey.
Hey, I had Susan Smith's kids singing Dave Matthews Band, Don't Drink the Water, or Wade in the Water. It's an old black hymn.
Wow.
Oh. You have to explain what Wade in the Water is, sir? We're not racist. We know what that is.
An old black hymn.
Let's go to Kevin in Virginia Beach.
Ozzie Davis.
O&A.
What's up, Kevin?
What's up? Hey, I got two for you. Christopher Reeve singing Horse with No Name, and Sonny Bono singing Trees.
Wait, singing what?
Trees.
Trees by Rush.
Oh, yeah, by Rush. Sorry.
All right, punch now.
All right, let's go to Pete in Connecticut. Pete, what's up?
Yeah, Natalie Wood singing Sitting by the Dock of the Bay.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, that's a good one.
Listeners have taken off with this bit, Anthony. All right, where were we?
Forgot. How did we get... Oh, okay, I was talking about the DVD. I'll bring it in tomorrow. Great song selection from a lot of celebrities.
Yeah, please do. Now we're all interested.
Hervé.
All right, these are too good. They're going to start hanging up on us. Let's go to TJ. TJ, what's up?
Yeah, what's up? TJ from the BAB days. What's up, man?
Oh, what's up,
hey,
TJ?
Yeah, how about Stevie Ray Vaughan's Ain't No Mountain High Enough?
Whoa.
A little tough, right? A little tough?
Very good, TJ. Thank you. Let's go to Rob in Florida. Rob.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey.
Hey, I got a song. Terry Schiavo, Hungry Like the Wolf.
And bitch back, he swallows.
Very funny.
Wow.
Wow. All right.
Very good.
You're like the wolf.
John in Pennsylvania. What's up, John?
Hey, what's up?
Hey.
Hey, how about Kurt Cobain singing Nine Inch Nails, Head Like a Hole?
There you go.
There's the obvious one.
Well, the obvious ones are coming in that we didn't think of.
Uh-huh.
When we tried to do this bit ourselves and just said, listeners, help us out today.
Yeah.
Because we were all looking around the room like,
what's the song?
Well, let me think of a dead celebrity first. Let's say hi to John in Nebraska. John?
Hey, guys, good morning.
Morning.
Hello, Nebraska.
Lacey and Lil Connor, sail away.
Come sail away.
Lacey and Lil Connor, sail away.
All right, let's go to Scott on Long Island. Scott, what's up?
Yo, what's up, boys?
Hey.
I got the Yates family singing Tiny Bubble.
All right.
Oh, that's awful.
Oh. You guys are horrible. Let's go to Pat in Pennsylvania. Pat.
Hey, boys.
Hey.
I got a good one here. JFK Jr. learning to fly.
There you go.
Very good. All right, let's go to Dave in Oceanside. Dave.
Hey, how you doing, guys?
Hey.
Hey, how about Lil Connor Peterson, Tie Your Mother Down?
Jesus. People are brutal.
John on Long Island. What's up, John?
What's up, boys? I was going to say, Mommy and Connor singing a duet of Under the Sea.
As he said that, I was thinking of that.
Under the Sea.
Very nice.
What's their song called, Getting Away with Murder?
Never heard of it.
No, all right, he hung up anyway, so. Bob in Jersey. What's up, Bob?
President Reagan, memories.
Like the corner of my shoe, misty water-colored memories of the way, yes, Mommy, tear down that wall.
Little Ronnie.
All right. Oh, Jesus.
Very funny people.
Just when I wanted to move on to get this one coming in. Mike in West Virginia.
Siegfried and Roy, Eye of the Tiger.
That's very funny.
Oh, God. Let's go to Mike in Ohio. Mike!
Ron Goldman and Nicole Simpson singing Cuts Like a Knife.
Here's some. Andrew saying Terry Schiavo, If I Only Had a Brain. Mabel King singing I Fall to Pieces. Pat from Unaki, man. Killing today. Jean-Benet Ramsey singing Centerfold. Nicole Brown Simpson, Cuts Like a Knife. Very funny people.
There's a couple more coming in. Let's go to West Virginia. Scott, what's up?
Hey, what's up?
Hey, Scott.
Hey, I got Dick Clark singing Stroking. Punching out, boy.
Billy Squire? That's dumb.
Princess Di, Life in the Fast Lane. This Fatty Arbuckle, Salt and Pepper's Push It.
Wow.
I can't think of one dead celebrity or one song that might go with him.
The listeners are really coming to the table here.
Well, that's why we gave it to them. Let them have a little fun.
Yeah.
Hey, this is Susie Essman. You're listening to The Worst of Opie and Anthony. How much worse can it get?
And we're back with the Opie and Anthony program.
Hello.
Hola. All right, we got some clips from the Dinah Shore DVD that you brought in, Anthony.
Yes.
Hervé Villechaize singing.
Hervé Villechaize.
I got a whole bio on Hervé. A whole bio on him. Went through all of his Fantasy Island money. Started out as a little knick-knack, his name was, in the James Bond film The Man with the Golden Gun. Remember that? He's one of the villain cronies.
Yes.
Then he got the gig on Fantasy Island. He was getting $25,000 per episode, which isn't that much, but when you realize it's like 1978,
that's a lot back
then. That's
then.
nice cake. Moved into a 2.5-acre ranch in the foothills of the San Fernando Valley. Married Donna Camille. September of 1980. And by December of 1981, The marriage was over. The divorce devastated him. He began to sense he wasn't being treated as fairly as other Fantasy Island cast members. He responded by demanding the same money as Ricardo Montalban.
Uh-oh.
And ABC, caving into his demands, fired him. You little shit. What a dopey move.
I demand the same money that Ricardo Montalban.
And stay out.
You're lucky we don't put you in Garanimals and molest you, stupid.
They must have been able to just take him to the front door of ABC by the scruff of his neck and the back of his pants and just toss him out onto the street.
Through the mail slot. Make him leave through the dog door.
Yeah, we'll think that over there, Hervé. Leaving Fantasy Island would prove to push the first domino in his teetering career. Went through all of his... and look how they put it. Hervé, blowing through his Fantasy Island cash faster than a mouse through cheese. Little guy. He had to sell the ranch.
Terrific. That's terrific.
Went into a less than reputable rent house in North Hollywood. And he started drinking heavily. And bought a gun. Eventually using it to shoot himself in the head. His common-law wife at the time, even though she didn't live in the same house, would find his dead dwarf body. He wrote a suicide note, grabbed a tape recorder, and proceeded to his cluttered backyard, turned on the recorder, spoke into the microphone.
Kathy, I can't live like this anymore. I've always been a proud man and always wanted to make you proud of me. You know you made me feel like a giant, and that's how I want you to remember me.
After a bit more dwarf rambling, he said,
I'm doing what I have to do. I want everything to go to Kathy. I want everyone to know I love them.
In a sitting position, Hervé leaned back against the sliding glass patio door, placed a pillow against his chest, and fired the pistol into the pillow. Wow, a chest shot. That's balls. The bullet would travel through Hervé's chest, shattering the glass door, of course. The little body's like nothing. Pass through a kitchen cabinet and eventually end up lodged in the wall. The tape recorder caught the sound of Hervé cocking the pistol just before the deadly shot rang out. As he lay slumped against the glass door, he mumbled, "It hurts, I'm dying, I'm dying."
That's creepy.
Wow. There's audio out there somewhere?
It hurts, it hurts.
He had to say it twice. Deflame, deflame. Oh. Kathy immediately rushed Hervé to the medical center in North Hollywood. Declared deceased.
And there's one thing
he was
that
50.
They didn't highlight. That one of the problems he was having... in 1990, it would find Hervé's medical condition worsening in an increasing pain from internal organs that were too large for his body.
Too large for his little body.
his little liver and little heart.
Like all stuffed in that little body. Excerpts from his suicide note. I have to do what's right. At 6 years old, I knew there was no place for me. Who believed my something illegible best friend girl will not call my mom to answer the questions. I hope she does not hurt. I'm still alive. Please know Kathy has the right of attorney over my health and my belongings. I love you all very much. It's one of just my problems. Boy, come on. You're committing suicide? You can't make your last note really nice and legible? Love you, Mom. My brothers, you didn't exist to my heart. You never care only about yourself since 1955. You remember? Kathy did her best. You didn't. So she deserves everything. 3 a.m. I can't miss with a dumb bullet. Ha ha. Never one knew my pain for 40 years or more. Have to do it outside. Less mess. All right, he's being courteous at least.
Apparently not. It went right through the pillow into the kitchen and lodged in a cabinet.
Yeah, but it's better than fidget blood all over your rugs. How do you get that out? Wow, that's pretty good. I guess he didn't like his brothers. Love you all too much. It's one of just my problems. Mom. Can't tell if he loved his mom or not. Didn't leave her anything, though. All right, little Hervé.
I'm dying.
It hurts. I'm dying. Ugh.
That is creepy shit, man.
Yeah. Well, this all started because you have an old DVD that Big Kev gave you from the Dinah Shore show, I guess, or like a tape of a bunch of celebrities singing on the Dinah Shore show.
Yeah, and they just, it's celebrities not known for their singing, you know, and they'd come on, and for some reason Dinah Shore got them to sing. And I think this is Hervé's first ever singing performance in front of a crowd.
All right, let's go to the tape.
I believe this is a first. I don't believe he's ever performed a song on television. And the song is This Is All I Ask, Hervé Villechaize.
Little boss hands around the microphone.
As I approach the prime of my life, I find I have the time of my life. Learning to enjoy at my leisure all the simple pleasures. And so I happily conceive. This is all I ask. This is all I need. Beautiful girl, walk a little slower when you walk by me. Enjoying sunset, still a little longer with the lovely sea. Children everywhere, when you shoot at me. Take me to that strange enchanted land. Grown-ups seldom understand. Wandering rainbows leave a bit of color for my eyes to home. Star in the sky, make my wish come true before the night ends slow. And let the music play as long as there is song to sing. And I will stay younger.
Okay, terrific.
That
wasn't as bad as I thought it would be.
Ugh. Shut up. Little Frenchman. Whatever he was. Is he French?
Yeah, he had a cute little hairdo. He probably wore a little suit.
He had a little suit on, and he grew a mustache.
Oh.
So he would look older.
Belting out a tune.
It was awful.
He probably made them put little miniature furniture out there so he looked like a regular, legitimate human.
He's looking around with that fat face. All lost on that big stage.
That's the name of his autobiography. Feet sticking straight out.
Oh, as I lay my fat head against this door.
They probably cremated him because they couldn't have, like, they didn't want to have a funeral with two pallbearers. Hook him up to a dog sled. Just pull this thing, would you?
Poor little guy. Why do you opt for the chest shot?
Oh, what a... Because that fucking fat head, the bullet would have just lodged a quarter-inch in and not budged.
He probably couldn't reach his head. Couldn't turn the gun around. Oh, use this thumb. That big fat thumb in there probably to turn the gun around. Oh, poor little Hervé.
Held it with both hands.
Hey, what's up? This is Bill Burr, the redheaded white boy from Chappelle's Show. That's all right. I don't know who you are either. You're listening to Opie and Anthony.
Where's the... I just wanted to talk to... Because I wanted to get... what's the intern? What's his name? The tall kid? Pete Sent? Yeah. No, I noticed his trousers were askew. I just wanted to ask him about that.
Oh, is that it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We have a new batch of interns, by the way.
Yes, we do.
Here comes Pete, one of the new interns. What do you got there, Hawk?
Doll weblog.
I'm not seeing any standout personalities, though, to tell you the truth.
Well, what's wrong with
in this batch?
Hi.
Hey.
I was noticing your pants. Was I incorrect?
They're all laughing at you, Denny.
What about him?
No, can you lift your shirt a little bit? I'm not being queer from the back.
What the hell's wrong? Why are you looking at the intern's ass?
Just
He's wearing his pants down low.
That's what the kids do these days.
Belt just doesn't hold him up, right?
You know?
Yeah, my dad blessed me with no ass. So.
Oh, is that what happened?
Yeah, it's just flat. It doesn't hold any pants up.
Yeah, there's a flat ass, and his jeans are real low, and he's got the boxers underneath covering up all the goodness.
goodness.
No, it's just a little homeboyish, so it's commenting.
You're not trying to be ghetto or
No.
nothing.
Jimmy, man, that's how people are wearing their pants these days.
All right, I hope not.
If these days were like 1995.
No, I'm telling you, it's coming back.
That started in prison, by the way, because they don't have belts.
Oh, yeah?
A lot of those fashions start in prison, yes. The no laces.
Wow.
I think so.
So, what's your name, sir?
Pete.
Pete.
Or you could
the
just
intern.
look at his hair and call him Caligula. Either one. No, you're a good boy, Pete.
Thanks.
The new batch of interns, I noticed, no real standout personalities.
Pete's all right. He's just shy.
It's been like 2 days. Give him a chance.
No, usually day one, there's one of them that were like, oh, boy, this guy. And they're running him a little ragged. I noticed the former interns that are now employees running them a little ragged. I noticed the other day they sent one of them out for my bagel and my club soda with the side of cream cheese. And I don't know what stories they're telling these new interns, but this guy comes in. The look on his face is horror. He's horrified. He puts the bag down on my desk, turns and goes to walk away quickly, and now twice the horror on his face, turns around and goes, oh, I didn't take it out of the bag. And he goes and grabs to take my soda out of the bag, and he was horrified that he had put it on the table and not removed it from the bag for me. And I went, dude, it's fine. You can leave it in the bag.
Why'd you say that? You should have said you're goddamn right you didn't take it out of the bag.
Mike told him to make it fancy after he put it down, so I ran back in.
And I didn't know they were taping me at the time, and I said this.
Go ahead, go on, leave Baden, yeah.
Well, one of the interns actually went to pick a bagel instead of the thing, and Travis was like, don't do that, it's too risky.
Amazing.
Take no chance, Travis.
Fucking yellow line at the middle of his shirt. Fucking Mikey, middle of the road you are. Hey, okay, so you're Pete. Who's the other kid? I don't know if I like him or if he creeps me out. The one with the shorts and the little swimmers. Bill? I think it's Bill.
Yeah,
Hello, Bill.
Yeah, want me to go grab?
Sure.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
We might as
It's
well.
An open house in here, apparently.
Introduce the interns, the new batch. This is Bill.
Charles Manson. Jesus.
No, it's Charles Bronson.
I see that he looks. He's wearing the Charles Bronson T-shirt, but I'm going to go with Charles Manson myself. I like to be a little different. Everyone sees the Charles Bronson, but I see a little Charlie in there, too.
Charles Manson in him?
Please tell me I'm not the only one that notices that they went wig shopping together.
You do kind of sporting the same type of do. That's must be going on these days. Charles Bronson, that's pretty cool.
Excellent.
I'm a big Charles Bronson fan.
Death Wish 3 is the greatest movie ever made.
Absolutely. Is that the one? What do you do with this? Jerk off?
No, that's 10 to Midnight, the guy with the great sheets,
10 to Midnight.
Warren.
Yeah. What's this for, jacking off?
Death Wish 3 is the one that's a mix between a comic book and a video game.
Yeah?
Just shooting kids in Bosnia and New York City. It was the greatest movie.
You like that better? The first one was great because Goldblum is in there going, we're going to get the rich cunt. You got to like punch Goldblum.
That's good.
And part 2.
Rich cunts.
What was the line in part 2? Do you like Jesus? Are you believe in Jesus?
Yeah.
You're gonna
you're going to meet him.
Yeah. I thought it was
of course, Great Escape. Yeah. I dig to get out. I love that guy, Charles Bronson. And he always makes you could always describe to a girl how they're supposed to look when they're given head. You tell them, just make a Charles Bronson mouth. No teeth, just curl your lips over and make Charles Bronson mouth. Big fan of the Bronson. Very good.
What a man's man.
Yeah, of course.
He's not some pussy like Chuck Norris who'll fight. Like Charles Bronson, someone you're coming towards him, even though you're 20 feet away. He's not going to kick the knife at you. He's just going to shoot you and walk off.
Very good.
Like the washed-up fucking Texas
Bronson.
Ranger. I hate that fucking guy.
All right, we found the special one.
Yeah, that deadpan 1,000-yard Marine stare.
Yeah, that didn't take long, eh?
He's good. I like this guy.
I like Bill.
What's your story, Bill?
Yeah, what are you doing?
Go to SUNY Purchase. It's a big faggot school.
Literally or figuratively?
No, literally. And, literally.
Yeah.
Many gays around.
Yeah.
But I don't
love you with your little swimmer's Bill. Jesus.
Oh, I don't go
He's
out
wearing a small shirt. It just barely covers his belt. Why don't you tie that in a little fucking knot before you come in? You're a good boy, Bill.
Yeah, it's okay.
What are you going there for?
Really, I have no major. Kind of liberal arts. I'm headed in that direction. Everything I do with production, I do on my own. Since I was in high school, I was on the radio.
High school radio.
Yeah, and then when I got out of high school, I was kicked off, but then after I got out and
all right, wait, you can't. Why did you get kicked off?
Well, I went to Catholic high school, St. John the Baptist in West Islip, New York. And I would just like to say, if you send your kids there, you're a bad parent.
Oh.
That place is for... Oh, I fucking hate that place. I just want to let that out there.
Well, maybe we shouldn't say that on the air. That's probably your opinion. And
so is Father Jim
Are you going to school for broadcasting or anything? You ever hear libel or slander or words like that?
Well,
you ever hear that maybe you can't just blurt private people's names out there and attach these allegations to them?
Well, I've been waiting 3 years for that at least.
This guy's psychotic.
See, and
you're really not allowed to say that on the air.
We don't know if you've been waiting 3 years.
But this is figuratively, I guess. Is that right?
No, that still doesn't cover it, my friend. You can't make accusations, even if you assume them to be true. You can't just come on the air and make them.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, that could probably get us in trouble, and
I won't do that anymore.
You'd be out of an internship.
That's
How
right.
about that?
And Opie'd be out of $42 million this year.
Well, you know Father Jim, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's.
You don't like Father Jim?
I
don't make any accusations.
No, I'm just saying. I like Father Jim.
Allegedly is a good word.
I liked Father Jim up until the end, where when I was getting kicked out of high school, he didn't stand up for me, and then I kind of got the boot.
Oh.
What'd you get kicked out of high school for?
Like a bunch of stuff, but in the end, I wrote a report for something. Like I took a class called sexuality or something, and we had to do a report on a.
Was it the name of sexuality or something?
That's what the priest called it. That's what Father Jim called it when they were in the back of the car. Sexuality or something.
And
Charles Bronson mouth.
And so I wrote a report. It had to be on a controversial topic, and it had to be approved. I got it approved. Everybody was doing like, abortion, that's controversial, and I did statutory rape, age laws and whatever. So then when I did So when I did the report that night, I ended up writing the whole report about why the statutory rape age should be lowered. And it was so funny when I was writing it, just because I'm cracking up. I'm like, if the Amish could take their kids out of school in the 6th grade, I don't understand why I can't have sex with a 13-year-old. And like,
remember when I said a couple of minutes ago that there's no standout this time around?
Yeah.
I was completely wrong.
Can you bring that report in?
I'll have to look for it, but yeah, I think I have
we want to read that report.
I'd like to read your senior thesis, Megan's Law - Why the Puppy Was at Fault.
And then I got in more trouble because I took the report because I had to do a controversial speech for speech class. I took the report, changed the teacher's name on it, handed it in. Next day, both reports are in the principal's office. I get called down. And I actually didn't even bother to take out of the report, which I wrote into it, which I didn't realize. It says actually in the report, like, this is a sexuality class project, so I'm going to say this or something. So they knew I plagiarized myself.
You are a madman.
And then I
want to thank Steve and Ben for doing another bang-up job finding the fine interns that we now have.
Where do you find these people? Do you look on the side for people who have been arrested for biting a small child?
And then I had a third report,
dental inference,
which was my English term paper, and I referred to the character in To Kill a Mockingbird as a whore. And that got sent down too.
Oh, who, the girl who
girl?
accused Brock Peters?
the girl who got the black guy killed or whatever.
Well, that's a fair assessment because she wasn't raped.
No, actually, he was referring to the lawyer's daughter. What was her name?
Gregory Peckett?
Yeah, whatever her name was in that movie.
Well, I don't know.
As long as you didn't disrespect Bull Radley.
Oh, and I also wrote the best thing about the book, The Pearl, which I had to read 3 times in high school, was when the main character beat his wife after she tried to get rid of the pearl. And I'd end up...
Yeah.
And all this got sent at once, and I'm like, I got in trouble. I didn't really think it would make a difference, but...
And Father Jim said...
Son, all I've ever asked of my Marines is for them to obey my orders as they would the Word of God.
But actually what happened was they gave me my diploma and told me not to come back, so I had like 3 months early of
that
vacation.
Second part was probably good advice.
Because they were trying to
come back.
They were trying to kick me. They were trying to kick me out, but I got a lawyer in there, and then they got scared. So they're like, "Here's your diploma. Just don't come back here." So basically, from March 25th on, I didn't have high school. And then I went to Purchase, and they didn't have a radio station, so I did my TV show.
You are something.
How about
TV
you?
Show, huh?
How about you, Pete? You're a fucking girl who has a tooth in a plastic baggie under a pillow.
Can't say I have.
All right.
What are your views on statutory rape? He wants the age lowered.
Wow.
I like the way you think.
Kid's got a look too.
Yeah.
Your eyes are a little scary, bro.
Sorry. Popped up an Adderall.
What?
I'm all hopped up. Because I get up so early for this. I take 2 Adderall and then head and
Adderall.
Down
What's Adderall?
It's like Ritalin, but it's actually cleaner, and it's like
It's cleaner than Ritalin.
Yeah, it's like a new thing they hand. I don't have ADD, but they prescribe it to ADD kids, and they prescribe it to me.
So you had the ADD, or you got the ADD?
They found out I didn't, but my psychiatrist didn't believe the psychologist. So they just keep giving me prescriptions.
Really?
And
what did they diagnose you as having? Bipolar?
This is all in that high school, that 12th. I was in 12th grade and I was getting in trouble a lot. This is when this is all happening at once.
So you're getting in
I was
trouble.
trying to salvage my high school thing. I'm like, okay, I will go to this.
How long you been out of high school?
2003. So.
And they're still giving you these Adderall?
Yep. And all the extra just ends up.
What else do you take? Adderall. What?
Well, whatever things come into my contact. But this is prescribed to me, Adderall specifically.
Oh, but if somebody else has what? Like
if they want to trade, Oxycontin, whatever.
Oxycontin.
I'm just kidding.
No. Wow. Yeah, he's just kidding.
I really think Ben and I need to amend our question list when we interview these guys.
Well, every new intern we get gives you guys new questions to ask for the next batch.
Well, we have a couple new questions now.
Yeah.
I'm a hard worker, though, and I don't take any drugs that aren't prescribed to me, and those drugs help me work.
How's he doing, by the way? Anybody?
From what I've seen, he's a go-getter. He's a very ambitious kid.
Yeah.
And that was everything, from the interview. He was just a real ambitious kid. We didn't ask him about the prescription medication.
Who would know?
Can I say something? I don't care if you do coke out of a diaper. As long as you get shit done around here, you can behave however you want to.
Yeah, and I would really like to work here as much as I can because I don't like going back. I just sit around drinking all day because I scheduled all my classes actually around the internship.
Yeah.
And I built a bar for my apartment as a keg on tap. And I just sit around drinking when I'm not productive, and it's so much better being here and knowing I'm doing something
as opposed to just sitting around drinking.
Yes.
Do you play video games when you drink?
Yeah. Sometimes.
That's a pretty cool life, though. Drinking and video games is like the shit.
Yeah.
So I got where I am.
I'm gonna go to the phones real fast. Bob in Jersey, go ahead, Bob.
Yo, how many milligrams of Adderall do you eat a day?
20.
20?
20, so you eat 20 milligrams. Adderall is amphetamine salts, which means the kid's just pounding 20 milligrams of speed every morning.
Good boy.
No, I take 2 at once.
Oh. 40?
Yeah, and I take 2 at once instead of having 1 later in the day.
Could you bring some in for the rest of the staff?
Yes, I will if you want me to.
All right, boys, see ya.
No.
I want him to give it to Ben, so Ben literally disappears. You wouldn't be able to see him. Motion so quick the human eye can't pick it up.
Like that Star Trek episode.
Yeah, where they move so quick, all you'd hear is...
On my TV show at school, there's a way...
You got a TV show, huh?
Yeah, because they didn't have radio, so I got into the TV. That's how I self-taught myself the production with Cool Air Pro 2 and such, and
yeah.
Well, I don't give a shit about the TV show that much. It's actually it's pretty stressful just because I'm pulling all the weight and everyone else there just kind of runs the things around me.
Uh-huh.
But, I actually tried there's some way you can make crystal meth with Adderall.
And that's what people are saying here on Instant Feedback.
And I've been trying to figure it out, because you need, so I can demonstrate it on the show.
Right.
Well, not with the actual stuff, but, there's so many kids in
Public
college.
affairs show, then.
What? No, I would never do it.
He's allowed to talk about that.
No, I'm talking about...
Why is Eric
saying... Hold on. What, Eric, why is
Eric has decided what's good and bad for the radio show.
That's not libel or slander.
He's not slibeling.
I don't do illegal drugs.
He could talk about production of methamphetamine.
We'll decide when the kid's going too far.
Yeah, we'll decide, Hawk.
Yeah, what are you panicking for?
Jeez.
I want to hear... What's the matter? What were you scared of? Tell it. That's all right.
Go ahead, Eric.
I just didn't want the company saying, oh, well, he can't work here anymore. Because of some of the stuff
I don't do any...
allegedly doing.
He doesn't do it here. He's not setting up a meth lab
I don't
here.
do anything that's not prescribed to me by my doctor, who I'm glad to tell you who he is if you want to know.
No.
Check with him.
I'm just
saying. I'm just saying.
Doctor, patient privilege.
But on my TV show, I wouldn't have it and actually do it. I would demonstrate, because so many kids in college take Adderall, that I would show the process or demonstrate somehow without actually doing how to make it.
Yeah.
Just for the sake of it, kind of like a cooking show.
Right.
And that's what I was planning to do.
And then you would take some of your Adderall and mix it with maybe cold medication.
Well, I would do it with, colored waters and things, but I wouldn't actually do it.
Right.
Yeah, let's not explain the process right
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't actually know.
Yeah, you could get it on the internet.
Yeah. Let's say hi to Ken in Atlanta. Ken, what's up?
Hey, what's going on? I didn't realize Jeffrey Dahmer had a son.
Dude, he looks like Dahmer. That's
Really?
you don't know. He really does. He has a. I was looking at his face. I'm like, who does he remind me of? God damn it! You just said it. It's
Yeah,
Dahmer.
is it Dahmer a little bit?
Yes.
He's got like serial killer eyes.
No, it's the shape of the mouth and the jaw too. He looks like Dahmer. Oh, is there a picture of him online? Oh, so he saw the picture and made the connection. I guess so. Yeah. Okay, yeah, good call, man. And Pete, I don't know if you guys know who Adam Baldwin is, but you're among friends, Ricky. He looks like Linderman.
Linderman.
Hey, leave him alone, Moody.
Give him the bike.
All right, well.
Oh, Mike.
Give him the bike.
I have a feeling we've just touched the surface with Bill.
Oh, yeah.
Bill.
I got a lot of stuff.
You want to take back that statement officially, Anthony?
Absolutely. We found a standout. Very good. And he works hard. That's all we care about here.
What does Master
All
Paul
we
have?
care about.
Yeah, Master Paul has something. Hold on, is it already? Eric, is Master Paul? Okay.
Yeah, Poe.
I just want all of you to know that this young man has a sword fighting background.
That's
sword fighting.
Yeah, he does Aikido and.
Are you a LARPer?
I'm a kendoist.
Kendo. Oh, so you got the sticks?
Yeah, I'm a Nidon, which is second degree black belt. If
Yeah.
Translate it.
How long have you been taking?
I'm a level 43 wizard, by the way.
That's right.
I can kick ass.
He'll throw the moon and stars at you.
I have a staff.
I've been LARPing a couple times.
You've been LARPing?
Yeah, I've actually been LARPing.
There's another article in the paper about LARPing.
Were you actually LARPing?
Yeah,
Explain LARPing.
Been
Please
LARPing 3
explain
times.
Live
LARPing,
action role playing.
Yeah,
It's when two guys in a rest area like see each other and bang helmets and make the yummy noise.
Yeah, we run around a Girl Scout camp for a weekend with a bunch of 40-year-old fat guys.
And
hitting each other with foam sticks, yelling, 2 damage, 2 damage.
You're dressed like Dungeons and Dragons type characters.
Yeah, whole deal.
And you have staffs and swords and spells.
Yeah.
What do you use to represent spells? Some people use water balloons. Other people use powder.
Little sandbags.
Sandbags. And then you throw a sandbag at a guy, and all of a sudden he's got a certain amount of points of damage depending on that spell.
Feels great to admit that on national radio.
Yes, it certainly should.
No one's going to remember what you admitted today, sir.
Do you write something on the sandbags?
No. You got to call it out and then throw it.
What do you yell?
I don't know. I've never actually played a wizard.
Oh, what were you, like a tank?
It's a pirate.
Oh, man. Pirate, huh?
Yeah.
Fan-fucking-tastic.
There's so many of those kids at my school, and I hate every one of them.
Yeah.
Great.
Hey, I think we have one of your teachers on the line, Pat. You teach at Pat?
As a matter of fact, I do.
You teach at Bill's school?
I'd like actually, we call him Billy.
Pat?
Little Billy. How you doing, Billy?
Good.
Do you know this guy?
Bad mouth and Mr. Lace, huh?
Listen to the nervousness in your voice.
I know, yeah. Listen, ask Billy.
Oh, Pat Carney?
Are
you shook up? Are you nervous?
Did you got me kicked off the radio?
Oh, yes, I did, because you're a little
son
dick.
of a bitch.
Oh.
This guy. Let me tell you about this guy. This guy, I guess he's like a teacher now, but he used to be the guy that wheelchaired around the crippled kid.
That's
now,
right.
this kid looked like a mannequin draped on a chair. That's what this kid, Kyle, looked like.
Watch it.
No, I'm not going to say his name, but listen, I sat at that kid was an asshole. I sat at a table with him because he was friends with some kids, and I went to grab a napkin from the kid. I'm like, he has a pile of napkins this fucking big. He can only use one arm, so... And
ask Billy if he's ever eaten out of a dumpster.
And, so he's
dumpster diving, Billy?
Yeah, way back when.
Hold on, Pat. I want to hear how he had a confrontation with the kid in the wheelchair who could only use one arm over a napkin.
This kind of so
Billy had a way of being very nice to the handicapped children. He actually tried to be nice to this kid.
No, I was trying to be nice to him, but
and
the problem
the kid had he was an angry handicapped kid.
Yeah. And he grabbed one napkin from him. He's like, I'm like, can I have a napkin? He's like, no. I'm like, oh yeah, asshole, because I'm treating him like anyone else at the table, you know. And then I walk away, and he's trying to like asshole, you're calling me asshole. And he's yelling at all the other kids. And the only reason I feel bad is because all the other kids at the table saw that. And so the next year when he went to go sit with them, those kids refused to sit with him. And he would be at the table. He would go, why are you guys leaving the table? They go, oh, because we hate you. Apparently, the next year.
Cool.
When I wasn't in that experience.
Run away.
Now, Pat.
I mean, I don't feel that bad about it.
Sure, what's up?
How do you know him? You know him because were you his teacher?
I did not teach him, but I was actually, I'm going to get fired for this.
How'd you get him thrown off the radio?
Because he was a nut. Do you remember what you did, Billy? You took over the radio station, and it was like, I remember saying to him, dude, this is not WNEW. You are not Opie and Anthony.
Uh-oh, what happened?
You what?
Hello?
Adam?
Yeah.
No, it popped to another... You guys saw it. They just popped to another phone.
call. Damn it.
Hello?
Yeah. No, we didn't want you right now. I'm sorry, bro. We had Bill's teacher on the line, and I don't know what the hell happened.
Well, call right back. There was a technical glitch.
What happened? Pat was a cool guy and all. It's just that I kind of got mad at him when he... Because I was kicked off radio...
Wait,
10th grade and then...
But you took over the radio station, he was saying?
Yeah, I actually... What I did was... The school was really big with security and stuff, and I brought my friend from a different school. I gave him a uniform. He'd come in from Babylon, and he'd come up and do the show with me.
Yeah.
And, like, this is how every St. John's radio show would be. Be like, oh, just a bunch of kids, and they're like, oh, we're playing the music. We're doing the weather, the traffic. And it's a 2-mile radius. I know no one was really listening to anything. But, so... When I did the radio show, I would like look at the TV and like the TV Sony. So I'd write Sony in as like as a band. I'd hand that shit in, and then I would be like, instead of playing music, I would just sing the songs and just like make up words and not even do it. And I'd play 2 records at once and just waste time and then do a lot of crap like that. And
Can you bring in one of your radio shows?
I smell golden ticket.
It's not as funny back then as I am now, but
back then, no.
There's one CD my friend has, I think, still of our last show.
Yeah, well, you got to bring that in. You got to bring that in.
Yeah, Father Jim was a lot cooler of a radio thing. He let us get away with a lot more.
I go way back with Father Jim. He's a good guy.
Yeah, I don't mind.
I have nothing bad to say about him.
And what happened quickly? Dumpster diving.
Yeah.
What was that about?
No, I used to be like. I used to be like into the punk scene and stuff, and I would just like, at the end of the day when they throw out pizzas and stuff, they're just kind of, they're not that it's actually touching garbage, but they'd be throwing away all the pizza they made that day, and you wait, and then you take it right out because it's still in the boxes and stuff, and that, donuts and bagels, you go
Sure.
And Trader Joe's throws away.
As opposed to getting out $1 and getting a fresh slice.
Well, now I have a lot of money, so not a lot of money, but I treat myself better nowadays.
Yeah.
All right. Wow.
It's funny.
Wowie, wow.
There's a lot more where that came from, if you ever need.
I don't even doubt that for a second.
We'll have you back on. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, gentlemen.
Matter of fact, you don't have to do anything around here. Just sit and wait for us to call you into the
You are now...
I could give comments on whatever, All
right. We'll have you back.
Well, you'll be back.
Wait, is Pat back?
And thank you, Larper.
Hold on, Pat might be back.
Pat?
Oh, Pat.
Yeah, what's up?
All right, what else you got?
Got disconnected.
Not much. I mean, the kid definitely scared the crap out of me a few times, though,
Really?
But, who knows? I mean, maybe he's gonna get that golden ticket.
Why did he scare you? You thought you were gonna get in trouble?
No, it wasn't that I thought he was gonna kill somebody. He used to have a remember your belt, Billy? It was like a cord that he used to plug in. It was like a belt. There was like an electrical cord as a belt. Those eyes.
That was just a joke when we were at the radio station. I took a surge protector and I just put it around my waist because Pat's trying to lecture me on how to do a radio show. It's like you have to plan everything out before you do it. And I put a surge protector on. I'm like, I'm a Power Ranger. I wouldn't even listen to him. It wasn't actually a belt. I was.
Can I ask the most important question? Yeah. Are you a big fan of ours?
Yes.
Okay.
Because actually, that's how Pat and I kind of I got to know Pat because I was supposed to be being in computer class doing computer work and he was substituting.
And he'd be sitting on O&A or
no, I was on Save O&A. That was right after.
Right.
I was on SaveONA.net trying to see what was going on.
You wouldn't come up here with a weapon and kill us or anything.
No.
All right. That's all I want to know.
And Billy, you're not going to come after me, are you? Because I know you know where I am.
All right. Thank you, Pat.
Yeah, all right, see ya.
All right, there goes Pat, his old teacher, Bill, the intern, Billy, whatever, and of course, we already forgot about him, Pete. This all started with Pete.
He had a good LARPing story as a pirate.
Yeah, I guess. Great.
Pete's a pirate LARPer.
Pete, you're going to have to try a little harder if you want some attention from the boys.
The pirate LARPing thing would have definitely...
That would have killed, Dan.
That would have been great, but this guy...
Hard to follow methamphetamines and baby fucking.
All right, we got to take a break.
When you grow this effing show, there are 4 words that you must know. Learn to punch out.
I'm punching out. I'm punching out. Punching out. Punching out. You guys are great.
You ever do that thing where you're going on
The Opie and Anthony Show.
Say, Jim, nice meal.
The worst of Opie and Anthony.
Is this some sexual reference?
Yes, Ben?
Girls?
Yeah, let's get the girls
Beautiful
in.
girls. Jesus.
Hello,
H. Christ.
ladies. Jessie Jane and Carmen Lavana. Live in studio.
Oh, amazing.
What's up?
Oh, I've seen you naked.
I was telling Nathaniel what makes her really hot is the same pink Kango hat that little girl got killed in Florida. All right, maybe that was a little too far.
Jesus, Anthony.
Perhaps that shouldn't have been my first pickup line.
Wow.
Do you only do these, like, top-of-the-line kind of nice movies?
I do features.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How old a gal are you?
25.
25. When did you get in the biz?
2.5 years ago.
2.5 years ago.
Yeah.
So you're a 22-year-old girl. You're what are you doing at that time?
I was the regional training coordinator for Hooters and a Hawaiian Tropic model.
So
you were on the path.
Look at that. Yeah. Come on.
I was on the way.
Yeah. You weren't hiding somewhere.
No, absolutely not.
You weren't on the way. I got to back up. Hooters girls to porn, that's a big...
That's a big jump. They used to go Hooters girls, strippers.
Yeah.
Well, there's a middle step. First you dress like a Hooters girl, then you put the tray down, then you take the clothes off.
They have fake legs. Like, they have the stock. You don't even get to see their legs in Hooters. Someone has to stand up and tell the people what's going on at Hooters.
Hey, is somebody
they got plenty of clothes on.
In contact with Danny?
He'll call us when he gets there.
Yeah, because they just switched off of that shot.
Yeah.
Probably heard.
They went to some 11 injured in Texas plant explosion.
Right.
Get Danny to go to Texas.
Girls, we're a little distracted. I mean, you're both obviously like 10s. But we're looking forward to one of our guys showing his ass on live TV in a little while.
No way.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sure. Oh, California, right?
No, right
The
there.
fire?
Right there.
See right there. That subway.
Oh,
the
Stop
subway
there.
thing, the bomb threats.
Yeah, what do you know about the bomb thing?
No. I was seeing it yesterday whilst I was traveling over here to New York. I'm like, great. I'm like about to land in JFK, and I'm seeing the bomb threats and the frickin'...
We get it all the time, though. There's always the threatening this great
I
city.
didn't even know.
Yeah, where are you from?
No, you didn't, did you?
I was born here in Brooklyn, raised in Puerto Rico.
Okay, so you came from Puerto Rico yesterday?
No, I live in LA now.
Oh, L.A.
I live in LA now.
You too? L.A.?
I live in Oklahoma City.
Oh, Oklahoma City. Really?
Yeah.
You must turn some heads around when you're walking around Oklahoma City.
You know what? No, actually, Oklahoma has so many like hot chicks.
Really?
It's like, wow, you could just make them. You can make a lot of movies with the girls from Oklahoma.
Really?
Yeah.
I
Southern
never knew
Belle.
Oklahoma City was
I'm
the
thinking
hotbed for
sticker
hot
stop.
chicks. Let's move the show to Oklahoma City. Wow, and what was the first feature you did? Like, what was the first movie you did? You're a Hooters girl. How do you make the transition?
I just, I'm a sexual person. I did Hawaiian Tropics. Playboy was trying to scout me there, and I was like, I don't want to do Playboy magazine anyways. I want to do movies. I have my own Playboy show, too, now, and so I just, luckily somebody was right there and signed me right away. And
Signed
I
you
did
right
no
up.
limits.
That's for sure.
It was awesome.
So you didn't have to go to, like, open poll night?
Nope. I didn't have to do anything. I signed a contract before they even saw me naked.
You could tell she's one of those girls that just like, you're in. Yeah. You are in.
Yeah.
So I was lucky. I was really
What was the
lucky.
first thing you did on film?
No Limits. I did a girl scene with Jessica Drake, just to, like jump in.
You even got into to do a girl first.
Yeah,
no nasty guys in
no
there
nasty
first.
guys. They were like, and you know what's funny? I had 2 camera crews there because Family Business was there too. So I had the regular camera crew, Family Business, following me around. And they were like trying to pep talk me. Are you nervous? I was like, dude, I have been with girls. Fucking let's get this going. Come on, why are you making me wait? And they were like,
Wow,
oh my
she's ready to
God.
How old were you when you first became sexually active?
17.
17. Oh, that's kind of the average.
Yeah, see, I'm pretty normal. And it was my first love. I dated the guy for like 6 months before I had sex with him. So.
Wow, that
I
must
just
have been
totally changed.
6 months of murder for that guy. Oh my God! Please fuck me.
Yeah, but when he did, once we started, like the first time, obviously I was like tight, but afterwards I became a freak, and he was like, "I think you lied. I don't think you're a virgin." He goes, "There's no way you could be a virgin." And I think I was like, "Please, come on."
Pop the seal on that, and you just went nuts.
I went nuts. I went crazy. Yeah.
Wow. You ever do the? We ask all the adult film stars this. You ever do the anal for the films? No. You're saving that?
Carmen, I let Carmen use her hands on me, and that's like about the only thing I'm going to do.
Right?
For now, anyways. I'm definitely not going to,
Until the price
hop
is
right on it.
Right.
Exactly.
What about in relationship?
Oh, yeah, I've tried
Yeah?
it. I've tried it like 11 times. I just don't like it.
11 times?
11 times.
Took you 11 times to figure out you don't like it?
You know, I am a trooper. I'm a trooper.
You certainly are.
I am.
Well,
I'm
let's
a trooper.
try that again. I'm not really sure.
Lube it up,
Must be
extra up,
acquired
work it
taste.
into it. No.
Yeah.
No way.
No, it's not working for you.
And what about you? Do you like it?
I actually do. I mean, I'm not so used to it, but when I do, I like it better than vaginal. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
We have a winner.
We certainly do.
When was the first time you tried it?
Wow. Oh my gosh, like at a couple of years back. Around 15 was the first.
15.
Hey, I lost my virginity at 13 going on 14, so I tried to
this
quit.
is a different story over here.
But I didn't like it. When I first did it, I didn't like it. I just got used to it like 2-3 years ago, and now, I mean, I cannot just do it, but when I do it, my orgasm's like 20 times stronger than vaginal, so I love it.
Really?
Did you do oral before you had sex?
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
So how old were you when you started oral?
Well, not 15.
Okay. There's no judgments here, girl.
What about you?
Well,
8.
No, I did it the first time I had sex, which was
Oh, you did?
13 going on 14, so I did both.
Mm-hmm.
How old was the guy?
18, 19. I don't know.
18, 19.
Something like that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Jumping Jiminy. Wow.
I know. It's been
These, you know how hot these girls are? These are like the hot girls in high school that come to the prom date with like grown men with beards.
Yeah.
You know, like she thinks she's 18. You're sitting at the table with this guy. Hi, I'm Pete. I own a body shop over here.
What were you? What was your like rep in high school? What type of girl were you?
I was like a regular American. I was the cheerleader, pom-com girl.
Cheerleader, right. Guys just chasing you all the time, though, shit like that.
I was actually like a tomboy. It was weird. Like, I look like a girly girl, but I'm like, I know about sports, and all my friends are guys, and if you, like fucked with me, I'd, like, fucking hit you. Like, I didn't have a lot of, like, girlfriends, because I didn't care to have girlfriends, and if you didn't know about football, I was like, you're so stupid, and I was kind of like,
kind of in that crowd.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you? Just fucking everyone, right?
Actually, yeah. I'm serious. I had such a bad reputation in Puerto Rico. Like, I was known as the fucking slut in school.
You know what you have to do to have a bad reputation in Puerto Rico? We're not talking Oklahoma. To have a bad reputation in Oklahoma City, it's a little different than a bad reputation in Puerto Rico.
I don't know. I was just, I was all about fucking. Me and my girlfriend even had a competition, and we were actually always writing down the names of who we fucked. It was crazy. I had a great fucking life in Puerto Rico. It was great. I loved it. I don't regret a fucking minute of it.
It's all right. We're just
just
getting inside your heads a little bit.
Two different stories, and they end up in the same world.
It's like spy versus spy.
What about now? You got a steady boyfriend?
I've dated around. I wasn't about relationships, but I'm actually engaged right now.
You're engaged?
Yeah.
Now,
he's a porn star, too.
Is he?
Yeah.
Well, one we would know?
He works a lot with, like, Vivid and stuff. He's gone by a million different names, like Rick Patrick and just Rich.
We ask all the girls that have, like, boyfriends and stuff. I personally don't get it. I mean, the jealousy. How do you guys get around that?
We're not jealous. He sleeps with other girls.
They're
I sleep with other guys. We're freaks, dude.
But somewhere in your head, there's a jealousy thing. There has to be. We're all human.
You
see him railing another girl, or he comes back to the house and tells you about it. That doesn't bother you at all?
You watch his movies? Watch him?
No, I won't watch his movies.
You won't watch him banging
I
other?
watch him unless I'm banging another chick with him
Like
there or something, whatever.
Like in your
No, I don't watch
relationship, what's cheating?
If you sleep with another chick, not on film.
So as long as there's a camera rolling?
Yeah, as long as
rocks.
camera rolling, whatever.
Guys, there you go. There you go. Just make sure a camera's rolling.
As long as there's a camera rolling.
No, honey, I'm trying to sell this to...
Now, that's odd that you won't watch one of his movies with him screwing a girl that you're not in, but there's no jealousy there. There has to be something there if you won't watch.
No, it's business. You just got to know what's business and what's, pleasure. And yeah, your business is pleasure, but it's different.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You got, like, future plans past this whole thing?
Yeah, of course.
Well,
he's going to start directing his own movies.
Yeah.
And everything. And eventually I'll run my own business, I'm sure. And then we'll probably just, come together with it. He can direct for our company or something.
Does it scare you sometimes? You look at some of the older porn stars and you're like, oh, boy, you don't want to end up
there like that. Or
No,
all,
you just got to be
all
smart
wet.
with your money. The thing is a lot of people think with their money that because it comes so easily that it's just always going to come, and you got to realize you're not going to be long in this business because your looks go away, and your business is based on your looks. And if you're not smart with your money, you keep blowing it on things, you don't invest, and then you're going to get screwed. You're screwing yourself.
But I mean, I just mean the lifestyle itself usually, tacks a little weathering on the women in porn.
Yeah, the
so,
shelf life is short.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's because I'm just saying because you at this point in your life you look very fresh, very new to the business.
Yeah, but you know what?
We have a lot of girls that come through here where it's like.
It looks
I'm,
like that.
27 years old and I've been in the business. You're like, oh my God, what happened?
We've said it this way. It looks like that one old clam you get on the plate.
Ew.
Got all the nice fresh ones.
It's not about saving the money while you're working and just investing it later. Like she says, if you're smart about it, you'll do good. You don't have to stay in it for so long. So.
Yeah, guys. You got to know when to get out, okay? I got an example of someone that didn't know when to get out.
Yeah, this is a little too much.
Take a look at
her, and, you don't want...
Nice face.
Horrified.
Like Jessie Jane.
She doesn't have a 401k like you
It's
girls.
just it's a porn called Century Sex, but she's lying about her age. She's about 88, which pisses us off. We thought she was 100.
100.
Yeah, we were hoping 100.
If the title's Century Sex, she should be 100.
The guy's having a little trouble performing.
By the way,
she's horrified.
Gross.
There you go. By the way, Anthony, Sean from Old Bridge.
Yeah.
Because I've been monitoring the situation with Fox.
Yeah.
Is Fox News monitoring you guys? They went to commercial, now they're back, and the shot has been switched to an aerial shot above Penn Station.
It's a long, long shot. Oh, they're
there
back.
it is.
They're back.
They're
Hold on.
back now?
Hold on. He's got to be there, right?
Is he there?
Is he there?
It's not that far.
Guys, look at the TV.
And I hope he knows to get above the graphic.
Yeah, look at...
If his ass is right where that F or V is...
He doesn't get the $200.
On the sign, it'll be perfect.
He doesn't get the $200 unless we see ass. Yeah, if he goes that way... Where is he? Is he around there? Hold on, ladies.
He's got to be near there.
Oh, wait.
Or close. They just switched off the shot again. They switched off the shot.
Danny. Who's this? No?
What? No?
Someone's on the hotline. Sorry, ladies. We're trying to get something.
Trying to coordinate some type of mess.
All right, Anthony, I got some audio, and we got the girls in here. I think this would be kind of fun. We got Dr. Ruth giving sex advice.
What the hell is she giving sex advice for?
She was on TV giving sex advice. Yeah, we got an old broad, and then we got the young, experienced ladies in studio here. So let's see if we can get something done here. Listen to this. What's up, Ben? I'm talking to Danny, but I can't communicate to him because he's Oh, okay. Yeah, but he knows that they're not on that shot right now, right?
No, he was on the wrong corner. There's 4 subway.
Oh, okay. All right. We'll break into this if something's going on. It'll be the show stop
on the wrong corner.
We don't mean to ignore you, ladies. We're just on ass watch.
Yeah, you're lovely and all, but we got a man's ass to look at here.
That's right.
Problem?
We have our priorities. What happened?
What do you need?
Oh, so good. I'm sorry.
Oh no! What happened? Run! Get her right.
Oh my God! She's stumbling.
Get her bucket.
Here, go help her.
What happened? Is she ill?
She okay?
No. We've been traveling for 2 months straight, and all this airplane, and we've been like nonstop.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
It's been pretty bad.
Wow, she just stumbled out of here saying that she doesn't feel good.
Was it stomach don't feel good?
I don't know.
We've been up since 6 o'clock this morning doing stuff, and we haven't even had. It's been pretty.
If she wants to enter that in the dump contest, she's in.
I think she's having an abortion right now.
Oh, Jesus.
No.
Where's Danny?
Danny?
Hello?
Who's this?
It's Al.
Who?
Hey.
What? Oh, Al Jorgensen.
Oh. Hey, I have a...
All right, hold on, Al.
Hold on
a second. We got so much
We're trying to
stuff
coordinate
going on
something
right now.
We got sick porno girls.
Dude, the girls just left the studio. Did you see her get up and stumble?
She was going to throw up.
She stumbled.
I thought she was starting to cry. I'm like, what? We didn't even...
I know, we didn't do anything.
We didn't do anything.
Where is Danny?
Is he close, Ben? He's in the area. So Danny's attempting to win $200 today. This isn't even really a assault on the media. Fox News has a shot of the subway. It's the big story today, so everyone has to get their subway shot today. And we're offering the first person to show their ass on Fox, $200. Danny's trying for it, but there might be other listeners running down there. We don't know. We don't know.
I hate looking at this shot. It's on here for so long, and no Danny.
No Danny.
No.
No Danny
like we're
ass.
trying to fill at a telethon.
Does anyone know what's going on here? Do we know what's going on?
She all right?
He's pointing.
What do you know, Eric?
With Danny or with the chick?
Just give me anything at this point.
The girl ran into the bathroom and
They
just pushed all the door, and I don't even know if she made it into the toilet. She's throwing up like
She's
crazy.
throwing up.
Oh, nice. Get video of that.
Did you get any?
We
Did you
can't
get
go in
anything?
there. There's other
No.
women in there.
You got her running, though?
Send the
All right,
girl with the camera.
We'll get a report after she's done puking.
What do you think she has?
Morning
What do you think it is?
Yeah, I think
it's
she's
morning
pregnant.
sickness.
She's pregnant.
Really?
Yeah.
Hey, here we go.
All right, Carmen's back.
Yeah.
Huh?
What happened?
Well, she's not feeling good, so I'm going to take her back to the hotel, and
okay.
I apologize for that. And thank you for having me, guys. Having us. She's been having a rough last 2 months.
2 months?
We've been on the road for 2 months already, and it's still another...
Is she pregnant?
No.
Is she pregnant? No?
No, she's not. Believe me, she's not.
But we were just...
Well, I hope she feels better.
All right. Thank you, Carmen. This turned out...
There she goes.
Really, really bad.
Wow.
Oh, my God.
It really is a morale booster when a beautiful girl just gets up and vomits right when you're talking to her. Isn't that great? So, what are you...
Will someone get on the phone? We got to get her on the air. She can't just leave after puking.
Yeah, someone get out there when she comes out of the bathroom.
Try to get an exclusive interview with Jessie Jane, who got up in the middle of the interview and, she just started staggering.
She really was like, oh, and she had that mouthful of puke sound.
Well, she was coughing a little bit over here.
And you know what?
And then...
You know what? Our staff has so much to learn still. They're great. I would never deny that. They do a great job for us. But she's outside, right? She's going to puke at any moment. She's holding her hand.
Yeah.
Hold on a minute. She's holding her hand to her mouth. She's going to puke. And she's like, where's the bathroom? And everyone points to where the bathroom is.
Yeah.
I would have been pointing at the window, the office, like,
Point to Buddy's cubicle.
What's better than all of a sudden her just puking in the middle of everywhere?
Yeah, let her do it right in here.
Yeah, she should have just puked in the bucket.
Tell her we got a doctor in here.
All right, well, we're trying to get an interview with... What happened?
Yeah, you can't let them puke in the office. There's other people.
All right, Ben, relax.
Well, no, they're not back.
Relax, Ben. I was just doing it for radio. It's okay. You're not going to get fired. All right, relax. You're not going to get fired because a porn chick was puking in the office. Let's all
Maybe all the talking about what she does in the business.
I know, my God.
You're fired.
You're the project.
Sure
we get it. You're the project leader. You'll be okay.
We get it. You're fine.
E-Rock.
Yeah, I'm standing right here with her.
Jesse.
Talk to you 1 second real quick. I just want to make sure you're okay.
Yeah, hello?
Jesse, you all right?
Yeah, I don't feel good. I think it's just we've been traveling a lot.
You've been traveling.
And everybody's gotten the flu, and I think maybe I'm getting it now.
Oh, no.
So, but I'm fine. I just got sick. That's all.
All right. Well, we had fun, I guess.
I did too. I was just saying longer. I don't know what's wrong.
We thought it was something we said.
No, oh my God, no. Not at all.
All right.
Yeah,
we really thought we were all getting along and stuff.
No, I literally just threw up.
All right.
Yeah.
It's not morning sickness or anything, right?
No. I can't have any more kids. So.
Any more kids?
I have a kid. I had cancer, so.
Oh, wow. Jesus!
Wait, she's got what?
She had the big C.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
Jesus.
She's a kid. She's a kid.
But you had a kid?
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay. Thanks, guys. We're gonna go.
Oh, okay.
All right.
I'm not gonna throw up on you, promise.
All righty.
There goes Jessie Jane and Carmen Lavana. There are new movies called Pirates.
I'd like to dig into that story. What happened there?
I got to tell you,
you can't have kids because of the cancer.
I got to tell you something, Anthony.
Come on.
I was actually sitting here looking at these beautiful girls.
Beautiful girls.
And
Kit Kat Club.
And I was thinking to myself, wow, for the first time, normal porn stars.
Yeah.
That thought was going in my head.
Silly you, right?
The definition of normal porn stars, you make your own definition, obviously.
Yep.
But I'm sitting there, I'm like, wow, their eyes are clear. We're having a good conversation. We're getting into their heads a little bit.
Right.
They're laughing. They're enjoying themselves. They're opening
sentences.
up. Right. Looked like there was nothing wrong with them whatsoever. And all of a sudden she stood up and looked like she was going to pass out, stumbles toward the door.
Yeah.
And throws up.
Oh, well. They'll do that.
All right.
That was something.
Hey, this is Jessie Jane. You're listening to the worst of Opie and Anthony.
All right, well, here we go. Jimmy J.J. Walker on his blog. Absence of morals. Glaucoma.
He tries to make an analogy, and it's just, it's awful.
Glaucoma is a disease that slowly takes away your eyesight without you noticing until it's too late.
Damn.
His career has had glaucoma since the late 70s.
James!
That's what is happening to the morale fiber in America.
JJ's talking about glaucoma again, James.
That's what is happening to the moral fiber in America. Sorry. Opie and Anthony, a couple of shock jocks. A couple of shock jocks out of New York pushed the envelope to the limit. As part of a contest, they broadcast a couple. Is this a brand new blog?
I don't know.
As part of a contest, they broadcast a couple having sex at St. Patrick's Cathedral during Mass.
Wrong.
Wrong once again.
Why is contest in capital letters and in quotes? It was a contest.
Yeah.
It was not a wink contest.
This is a contest.
Oh, that's right. The quotes are the throat clear.
They broadcast a couple.
It's kind of like still using not only your old catchphrase, but your double-letter nickname from the show.
Yeah, Jimmy J.J. Walker.
All right, so Robert Beretta Blake.
Well, as part of a contest, they broadcast a couple having sex at St. Patrick's Cathedral during Mass. First of all, it was in the vestibule, away from everyone.
Okay. Wasn't broadcast.
Well, and,
we've been through it 1,000 times.
I know, but we have to say it every time. There was no broadcast of a sex act on our show, Jimmy. Soon after they were taken off the air, Opie and Anthony had been fired from a Boston station for pulling another stunt. This time they made a false claim that Boston Mayor Tom Menino had been killed in a car crash. Soon after, they were hired by New York radio station WNEW. Their rating in the all-important 18 to 34-year-old demographic placed them in the top 3 stations in the New York market. Shock jocks have long been a bastion, right?
What? Yeah. Bastion of bad taste under the guise of First Amendment rights. Major League ball player Darryl Kyle recently died of blocked coronary arteries at the age of 32, leaving 3 young children behind. His widow, Flynn Kyle, was invited to travel with the team during the playoffs so she could be with friends during her time of mourning. Bo Duran of radio station KUPD in Phoenix called her at the team hotel and said since she was now single and a hot chick, would she go to the game with him since she didn't have a date. Tasteless! Shock jocks from Howard Stern to Mancow have been fined by the FCC for lewd language, song parodies, racist remarks, and even castrating a pig. Parents wonder where their kids get this language. All you have to do is get on a school bus or go to a schoolyard, something that parents can't imagine. What? All you have to do is get on a school bus or go to a schoolyard, something that parents can't imagine? What? The Walkmans and radio gear that the kids are listening to, that's where they hear it. Walkmans? What year is this? What year is he living in?
He wrote this only last week, by the way.
What kids are listening to Walkmans?
No kid is listening to Walkmans, you ass.
And radio gear. Radio gear. Beep, 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 beep. Well, another kid's cranking a handle. He's got the big military walkie-talkie. Radio gear.
Radio gear.
This guy is so out of touch. How old is Jimmy J.J. Walker, by the way? Got to get his age.
Say he was 20 back then.
Let me take a look.
He's got to be in his early 50s at this point, right?
I'll go to Internet Movie Database.
I know might.
The Walkmans and the radio gear that the kids are listening to, that's where they hear it. First of all, the kids are downloading a lot of stuff to their iPods, their MP3 players.
Well, it's the records. You know, that's what it is.
You don't really see many. You don't really see many Walkmans these days.
There's a lot of bad language on the phonograph.
It's 58.
Yeah. He's 58 years old.
Still using a teenage
Jimmy
nickname.
J.J. Walker is pushing 60. Wow.
He'll be 58 in just a mere 3 weeks or so. June 25th. All right. Well, the Walkmans and radio gear, that's the kids are listening to. That's where they hear it. Like the single-parent explosion gay marriages, and child care centers in high schools, shock jocks have become part of the American fiber.
Also in parentheses.
And capitalized.
And capitalized.
Why'd you capitalize fiber, idiot?
These are things that Americans couldn't have imagined 30 or 40 years ago.
Guess what else they couldn't have imagined 30 or 40 years ago? You voting, stupid. So why don't you stop hanging on selectively to the morals of a time that were not good for a lot of people, you idiot.
What an ass.
Wow. Really? Does he...
Back in the good old days when I'd help put out Mass's house, there wasn't no gay people. Shut up, stupid. I've seen his act. It stinks.
Of course it does.
It's hack, just nonsense. I hope there's a clip somewhere someone can play. If you want to speak, you're a performer, speak through your act. Don't pull that mediocre hack shit on stage and then try to pontificate in a blog because you're not talented enough to do it through your work. Cosby, the same thing. Talented enough, just a self-righteous ass.
Wow, these are the things that Americans couldn't have imagined 30 or 40 years ago.
I could have had you shot for that.
They called me J.J. Walker. Oh, J.J., that's a funny name for a nigga. What do they call you back home? They call me Mr. Walker.
Oh, God. Stop blaming everything on shock jocks.
Dude, he's just trying to jumpstart some kind of a conservative thing.
That's the easiest argument in the world, to just blanket everything and then blame it all on shock jocks.
Moral fiber. Ugh. Quiet.
Ah, brother. All right, Lancaster, California. 2 teenage girls, 16 and 17 years old, with their boyfriends, kidnapped at a lover's lane at 1 o'clock in the morning. Thank goodness the girls are safe and the kidnapper killed, but no one ever asked, why were these teenage girls at a lover's lane spot at 1 in the morning?
And where is it so I can go and jerk off and watch them making out?
Of course.
That's the important question, JJ.
Where are the parents? These couples didn't go to that lover's lane spot for a Bible reading.
Oh.
This is normal behavior in today's society?
Normal behavior.
Oh, and he capitalizes normal and behavior. It's not a proper name, idiot.
What a lunkhead.
I'd like to introduce my friend, Mr. Normal Behavior. This is my other colored friend, Mr. Used to be Famous. No one cares about you anymore, you blog-writing stupid ass. Ugh.
He goes down that road. People have been going to Lover's Lane.
Oh, my God.
Since God, Happy Days.
That's Inspiration Point.
That's right. Inspiration Point.
Back in those days, where if you were caught hanging out with one of, like, Joni Cunningham, they would have arrested you.
Just the fact that he calls it a Lover's Lane spot. What? This old fossil, this out-of-touch ass. Who goes to Lover's Lane?
David Berkowitz, maybe. The ultimate cock blocker. JJ, you stink.
This is your 60-year-old grandfather giving you information and advice. Hey, let's go to Lover's Lane, huh? Hey, Joni.
And watch the submarine races. The submarine races.
I want to know when Tony Danza joined Happy Days.
Hey, hey, let me tell you something. I'm the Fonz. Hey.
Lover's Lane.
JJ.
He's trying to make that argument something that has been going on forever. Forever. Kids getting away and getting a little action, you ass.
And the problem is, he says, I don't like the way he says the kidnappers were killed, but no one ever asked why. I want to know, how did the kidnappers get killed? What happened?
Yeah, give us the story.
They kidnap a couple of chicks, and then they're dead. The next line.
Yeah.
Well, here we go.
Who shot them? Was it Mad Dog that shot them? Is that what happened?
Here we go. Here's the slug line of the whole blog coming up. This is normal behavior in today's society? Oh, this is normal behavior in today's society. It is just one of the many reasons that America has moral glaucoma.
That's where he was going with the glaucoma thing at the beginning. He brings it all back together.
And he capitalizes again, thank God.
Moral glaucoma.
Capitalize, as in proper name.
Yeah.
Well, he's another failed radio host. I don't think he's doing radio anymore. He tried it. He stunk at it.
You know who I like better? I like the Bookman Show. Remember he was the super of the building. He would walk around and berate the Evans family.
Back when Janet Jackson was hot.
right.
He was good on that show.
Little
Penny, have an iron on your back, you naughty girl.
Oh, that's right. What, did her mother abused her?
Sure did.
And then she was adopted by Willona.
That's right. And then she started to fuck Willis in the next show.
Oh, in the next show.
Of course.
And then who was the sister? What was the sister's name in that?
Well, Thelma, who was
Thelma,
great.
who was the hot black chick at the time.
Well, it was one of my greatest faux pas ever.
Oh, that's right.
I once said that I whacked off to Florida.
To Florida on Good Times.
Would you want to put your dick between her neck rolls?
Those big fat neck rolls.
I was just a kid, and I went to the stationery store in Centerport.
James!
I made believe I was buying like baseball cards and a pack of gum, and then I kind of casually went to where the card section was, looking at the cards, and then I'm kind of peeking at the mirrors to see where the clerk was. And then the clerk decided he had to go in the back. I was the only one in the store. He finally went into the back, ran over to the Playboy section, stole the Playboy, and Thelma was featured, not
She did
Florida.
Playboy?
Yeah.
Oh my God, did she do Playboy?
Yeah.
I would love to see that because I haven't seen that in who knows 20.
Oh, forget
what?
about it.
It's got to be 30 years. What?
Yeah, but between the legs. Ooh.
When did that come out? In 80?
Like JJ's head.
Maybe 25 years. I was just a kid.
She was beautiful, right?
And I stole it and I had it in the woods for months. And I used to take little trips up to the woods, making believe I was going to the tree fort, and I took a little detour to my Playboy.
Little jungle fever for Opie.
I had it in plastic bags and everything. It was like gold.
Yeah.
I swear to God, I couldn't have been more than 12 years old. 13 maybe. And this thing was gold. And I constantly had it in, like, garbage bags and stuff. And I was trying to keep it dry as best as I could because I was too scared to have it in the house. And I remember she had a big black 70s Earth Mama muff.
It was just a huge, thatch.
Can we find that picture? I would love to look at that.
I'm sure.
It would bring me right back to my childhood because it was all about Thelma, Anthony. But I once, I told the story in the past, and I said, I once whacked off to Florida. And that was like a 15-minute bit that ensued.
And I think Good Times was actually a good show. I mean, like, John Amos was phenomenal. The guy's a great actor. And
What an angry man.
Oh.
What an angry black man he was in that show.
Great. It was about a family struggling, whatever, a good show. But it's like, don't all these years later come out and act like you're this moral, this picture of moral strength. You've done nothing
Picture of
in your act.
moral strength.
Capitalize M, capitalize S.
Of course.
Either speak through your act or shut your fucking mouth, man. If you can't do it on stage, don't use the platform you have by being famous from a show 30 years ago to pontificate and trying to jumpstart another part of your career, stupid.
Yeah.
Disingenuous and irritating.
All right, let's go to Scott in California. Scott, what's up?
Morning, boys.
Morning.
I got that story on those two girls that got kidnapped out there, and it happened out here in California.
Okay.
What happened was the girls were at a campsite kind of a thing, and a guy was running from the police, and he hopped out of his vehicle, hopped into their vehicle, and then took them to the desert for like an hour or so, a couple hours, and then the sheriff's department surrounded him and shot him while he was in the car, and the girls were in the back seat.
Oh, wait a minute. But he didn't sexually assault him, right?
No, he didn't. He was just running from the police, and they were just in the wrong place at the wrong time. It was no Lover's Lane. That guy was the J.J. Walker idiot.
You know, they're getting rid of the lovers' lanes all over America. It's unfortunate.
Lovers' lanes.
I was just having this discussion the other day. Like, on Long Island, we have all these local beaches that were just awesome when you were growing up. And that's where, we all hung as teenagers because we couldn't go to bars and stuff. And we would, whoever had their driver's license, we'd go down to the local beach.
Hang out on the beach.
They stayed open all night, and you would crank tunes and, sneak a few beers, maybe a little
light a little campfire.
Yeah, actually, campfires and all that. Now, man, when the sun goes down, they lock up everything. I mean, they lock up everything. The beaches, the parks. You can't go anywhere now if you want a little
kids are crazy
action.
now, Opie. The kids are crazy with their drugs and their Walkmans and radio gear. It's insane.
It's part of growing up, trying to find a place where you go away and then get a little stink pink.
Mm-hmm. I think, what kind of ruined everything is lawsuits, things like that. They have to make sure that everything's locked up and guarded and no one could get in there, because if some dopey-ass kid goes to the beach and drinks and drowns himself because he's an asshole, all of a sudden the state gets sued for not having enough fences up and guards and keeping idiots out of there. And That's what we live in these days.
So
you
all
can't really
lose.
do anything.
We all lose because that dumb turtle that is supposed to be swallowed up by the seagull. The rest of us, we make it to the ocean and we have fine lives, but there's always one wrecking it for everyone else.
And they sue.
Hey, does anybody know is his blog allowed to take comments? If it's a blog or is it a website?
It's a website.
Oh, it's not a blog?
It's a website? Well, I'm sure there's an email.
Can we get him on the phone? Because
I would love to talk to Jimmy J.J. Walker.
We're trying to get him on the phone because he's a comic. I mean,
this guy has been trying to get on our show for a long time. That's the funny part about this, by the way.
This is from JJ's frequently asked questions. What do you want to do? Answer, another full-time radio talk show and write a full-time political column like George Will or Thomas Sowell.
What would the column be called? Boring, predictable views? He's a hack in life. Damn it! I think that morally bad things are wrong. This guy really goes out on a limb. Let's read his column. Yuck.
Let's get...
Almighty, have an original thought, douchebag.
Let's get Jimmy J.J. Walker on the phone, please. Can we try to figure that out?
What is this, Eric? You just handed me something. DynamiteMail@yahoo.com. What is that?
That's his email.
DynamiteMail at... I heard at yahoo.com, but there's no dashes in dynamite, so it's dynamite, not dynamite.
Right, it's dynamite. That's not funny. Dynamite is funny. Dynamite could be dangerous.
Clap your hands and put one hand out to the right like an Egyptian and one hand out to the left like an Egyptian.
And go, dynamite.
Well, I guess if you feel like it, you could send Jimmy a little email.
Maybe Jimmy was just a little jealous because these things that he's talking about, which he believes in, that's fine, but maybe because Pryor talked about it on stage in 1973 and spoke through his act, and you were never quite good enough to do that. You kind of had to do your TV show, which was a fine show, and then when you were done, you couldn't parlay it into a great stand-up career because you're not that funny of stand-up.
I just love these guys that take shots at us and they define our whole radio careers because of one, maybe two events.
I know.
That amazes me.
You guys don't have Sex for Sam in a weird font on your website behind you.
I would almost go with the argument. If we were doing a Sex for Sam type of show every day, we might be affecting people out there.
Yes.
But we barely touch on that stuff. And barely. Basically, we make people laugh on a daily basis. That's it.
Do you know John Amos is only 8 years older than Jimmy Walker?
Oh, my God.
That's hilarious.
He was playing his father.
He's 66, John Amos? I thought he was older, actually.
John Amos, born in 1939.
39 to the math, 60.
Wow.
When you turn the thing, and 60,
What, All in the Family
6,
remake?
I guess.
702 Hauser Street.
Oh, yeah.
What?
He did the All in the Family remake.
Hawk, you got to talk into the microphone. No one can hear you out there in Radio Land, for Christ's sake.
Yeah, this is your time to shine.
Go ahead, Eric. What happened?
Oh, I got to
turn it on, Ope.
All right.
Hawk has something to say.
Go ahead.
Hawk.
John Amos did the All in the Family remake in the 80s, 702 Hauser Street.
All right. Is there any more trivia? John Amos is black. Stop the presses.
Oh, you nasty, man.
Oh, let's go to Barry in Jersey.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
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 Listen up, man. What about kids can't go sledding anymore because of lawsuits and shit like that on golf courses?
Oh, man, we used to break down the fences at the Huntington Crescent Club, and we would just take over that course. Take over the 10th hole.
Snowmobiles.
Huh?
Now they chase you on the snowmobiles.
Yeah, it's getting ridiculous out there.
All right, punch it out, guys.
All right.
What about, all right. Thought maybe that was somehow tying with 702 Hauser Street.
Cash up, nigga. All my niggas in the P now, right now. Bubby, Hoggy, Bubby, shoot. We doing it out here, nigga. We about to all the millions, you hear me?
All I got to say to XM satellite is
suck my dick, cause they ain't give me no money.
The Opie and Anthony Show.
XM radio, cash up, all day, everything.
Get that bitch, nigga, stop pushing me. Fuck you, bitch.
He's up on the gay shit.
Oh, Jim.
The worst of Opie and Anthony.
We got to get Martini Steve back in here because he interviewed our own Master Poe.
Oh, right. This is hurricane related, isn't it?
Yes.
I guess Master Poe was watching some of the coverage and saw that this evacuation was a disaster, and a lot of people died. And being in charge of people's lives here at the studio, Our lives are in Poe's hands at some points. Do you know that?
Yeah, I do.
And if, God forbid, a disaster like Karina swept across Manhattan, what would we do? What would we do?
He's not the brightest guy, I gotta tell you.
Jeez, Opie.
He just isn't. The other day, after the show, I had to meet with Barry Shapiro, my Jewish, basically, business accountant guy. I don't even know what he does for us.
I guess he's just finance guy.
Our finance guy.
He figures out where to funnel our money.
Typical Jew, no hair.
Jesus, Opie.
Typical Jewish guy, no hair.
Gee.
A paunch. Like, this guy couldn't hurt anyone. So...
Sucked in gym class.
He was the last guy chosen when
He's
you're picking
accountant.
sides. Accountant.
Yeah.
Dude, next time I have a meeting with him, I'm going to record it because I swear to you it's another language that we don't know about yet.
Yeah.
He talks about stuff, I'm like, this is going on somewhere out there?
There's all kinds of financial things that he tells us about.
He knows the latest laws and rules, and it's unbelievable. So he bored me to death for at least 45 minutes.
It is boring as hell, I'll give you that.
And
I dread his meeting.
And I'm leaving with Barry, and as a joke, I walk by Master Poe, and I go, watch out for this guy. He throws a mean punch. Obviously, this guy doesn't even have a hint of muscle on him, okay? He's like a veal.
Can't lift his arm above his shoulder.
He's a veal with a calculator. He stinks. So the next day, I skate up to Master Poe, who, makes sure we're safe, and Master Poe goes to me, hey, that guy yesterday, he throws a mean punch, huh? Like, Master, what? I couldn't believe you were buying that I was serious.
Here he comes.
I go, who? And he goes, the guy you were walking out with yesterday after the show. I'm like, Master Poe, it's Barry Shapiro. He doesn't know how to punch or do anything. How did you buy that?
Well, I don't know his background. When you told me he throws a mean punch, you really can't underestimate anyone. He could
anyone?
That's
even
right.
Barry Shapiro?
Barry Shapiro.
He could be 90 pounds and knock someone out.
Wow.
There was a skinny guy that fought, I don't remember his name, but he fought Muhammad Ali, and he knocked Muhammad Ali down.
But he was in the fight game
Leon
to begin with.
Well, yeah, this is true.
Bow to your sensei!
Barry Shapiro ain't hurting anyone.
No, it's the martial art mindset.
Right. Anyone's a threat.
Anybody can be a threat.
Look,
anyone's a threat, and he assesses everybody.
But see, if you have that attitude, you'll never get to sleep at night. This guy obviously is not going to be a problem.
Who says Poe sleeps at night? See him just sitting there trying to figure out what the threat level is at any given moment.
If some people you could just look at and realize there's going to be no problem there.
Well, sure.
Let's be honest. I mean, Barry Shapiro.
How old is the guy?
50-something. Dude, the guy hasn't done a... I don't think he's ever done a sit-up. I don't think...
There was a 50-year-old accountant.
Yeah.
Who knocked out Joe Frazier.
You don't want to underestimate a 50-year-old out-of-shape Jewish accountant. Yeah, I'm with you, Bo.
It's on classic
Well, he could have
sports.
trained for 10 years before that. Who knows? Or when he was a kid.
It would be like? It would be like saying that remember the time to make the donuts guy from Dunkin' Donuts? That's pretty much what this guy's threat level is if you just look at him. It's like that. You wouldn't think the time to make the donuts guy would be any type of threat.
Okay, well, Bernie Getz, he's skinny. As a matter of fact, he's probably skinnier than this guy.
Well, someone skinny is a different story, maybe.
He has
but
a quick
this guy
finger.
isn't skinny.
Yeah, that was all about,
Yeah.
He had a gun.
Right.
True.
I was talking about Barry physically hurting somebody with a punch. I said he packs a mean punch.
Right.
Poe just sees it as, all right, I'm going to take
Free
this
the world
guy as a
differently.
threat.
Every martial artist out there will not underestimate their opponent.
There you go.
Free the cricket from whackbag.com. Poe equals literal idiot.
Jesus.
Very brave through the internet. So Martini Steve is in studio. And you interviewed Master Poe?
Well, yeah, we were talking about the potential for a hurricane to actually hit Manhattan, and I wanted to know, what the evacuation plan would be if, God forbid, a hurricane hit while we were all in the building.
So we're up here, quite a few feet off street level,
right?
Also, by the way, we are on the highest point in Manhattan. This is, right where we are.
Right.
It's downhill anywhere you go. It's like east side, west side, you're going downhill.
Right.
I don't think we'd get the type of flooding here that we saw in New Orleans, which is below sea level.
Well, you have to be prepared, and I just really wanted to hear what
Why
the plan
is Master
might
Poe
be.
giving you a look right now?
I don't know.
What's wrong, Master Poe?
Well, because we were having a discussion, and he was just asking me his advice because he said his wife was nervous.
Didn't know that he was being recorded.
You were recording me.
I certainly was.
Oh, yeah, this was, Master Poe had no idea we were going to...
It's a scandal.
He didn't have an idea that we were taping this for the radio.
Take a look at what I'm wearing, people. Do you think anybody wants a roundhouse kick to the face while I'm wearing these bad boys?
Who was it, Linda Tripp?
So it's not exactly the easiest interview to conduct, considering the fact that I know full well that this place is well above sea level, and I'm not an idiot. We're 5 floors up.
Yeah.
Well,
but wait a second.
takes everything seriously.
Right, and you said that you wanted to leave. I mean, you're talking evacuation.
Now, how would we evacuate? I think the safest place would be just to stay put here.
Right.
We'd probably stay on the air and just have a little fun.
That's right.
If there was a hurricane, we couldn't leave. I think.
Well, what happens if the power goes out and there's a hurricane?
Right now the power goes out.
Right.
Auxiliary power kicks on. We're back on the air.
Do we have auxiliary power?
Of course we do. Everyone does in New York. Have you ever been in a completely blacked out building?
I certainly have. I was stuck at
where?
At NEW, the last blackout, and there's no auxiliary power there. So that sucked.
Were you stuck in the elevator?
No, fortunately.
Stuck in the staircase?
So you could just walk down.
When we did. We did, but you're walking down. How many flights down was that? 9.
You have to follow Earl's eyes.
Whole 9 stories to get to freedom.
Oh no, I'm not. But he asked. But there's no generators.
Light the way.
All right. Well, so Steve interviewed Master Poe, and we got some audio. Master Poe had no idea we were interviewing him.
Thank you. Apparently, I'm supposed to get with you about an evacuation plan.
I'm sorry?
What? No, I mean, there's apparently I guess there's actually...
Steve, you're the biggest pussy.
What?
I can hear that you're nervous.
No, I'm trying not to crack up.
Are you sure?
Oh, yeah. I'm not afraid of what Poe's going to do if he happens to get angry and, knock my head off.
You kind of have a nervousness to your voice, like, oh, God, I hope I don't piss him off.
No. It's, oh, God, I hope I don't crack up.
All right.
There's apparently I guess there's
because he's like slamming things around like
no,
he can
never this goes okay.
He can never infiltrate the mob.
Right.
They'd find the wire in like 2 seconds.
Yeah, exactly.
He's a little nervous.
From his voice, you can tell something's up already. Right. He's like,
I am trying to desperately
pouring off his forehead.
Desperately trying to maintain my composure while asking questions without bursting into fucking laughter.
You're right, Steve. No, I'm not wearing a wire. It just loses it immediately.
I'm just a little wired. I mean,
right. Listen how natural Steve comes across.
Thank you. Apparently, I'm supposed to get with you about an evacuation plan.
I'm sorry?
What? No, I mean, there's
sounds like
what?
No. Sounds like it's written like bad acting. Like they're reading a script. Apparently, I'm supposed to. I'm sorry.
Thank you. Apparently, I'm supposed to get with you about an evacuation plan.
I'm sorry?
What? No, I mean, there's apparently I guess there's actually now concern of this hurricane.
Oh, fuck, you're kidding me. What are they saying?
When is it hitting? If in the event that it hits this area, what is the, what would your recommendation?
Holy shit! That's not a guy that thinks he's gonna crack. That's not a guy that's gonna crack up at any moment.
Trying to think how to phrase it.
Yeah, I'm really just trying to think how to phrase it because I walked into this cold.
I'm not buying it.
What, you think I'm afraid? You honestly think I'm frightened?
I think you're frightened.
I'm sorry.
Bill? Frightened or is
I don't know. It sounds like bad soap opera acting.
I think, that's what I think it is. Yeah. It's just bad acting.
Yeah,
and the fact that maybe he's a little shook up that this is being recorded.
Right.
Yeah.
And he knows that his side is going to be on this also. So he's got to
maybe
perform
he'll be the one getting made fun of.
I would agree with Anthony on that one. I would totally fess up to bad acting and totally fess up to knowing it was being recorded.
Well, Poe, you've come back. Rachel.
A string of Peloponnese. It's awful acting.
It's really bad.
I guess what would your recommendation be for an evacuation plan to get everybody out of here?
Okay. First, we have to find out when is it going to hit.
I would assume.
And 6 hours before it hits, we're out of here.
Okay.
Not 1 hour before it hits. 6 hours before it hits.
Now, okay. Why 6 hours? What would that time frame allow?
Well, I was involved with Hurricane Floyd, and I stayed.
Kicked his ass, right?
Yeah. We stayed.
Drop kick right to the eye.
Yeah.
Take care of that problem.
No, we stayed in the house and we tried to fight this hurricane, and that was stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the best thing for you to do is to get rid of your or take your clothing, your electronics.
Well, we'll listen to the tape. I just want to know why the 6 hours.
That's all.
Because 6 hours off
give you time.
also sounds kind of dangerous. Like then you're out of the building on a crowded evacuating road as the storm hits.
All right, let's.
I don't know.
Let's listen.
Who am I to say? Well, he's sitting next to me.
Because if anybody has ever experienced being in a hurricane,
right,
it's one of the worst things ever. Now, you guys were up on top of this building, and you know, if we stay here, most likely nothing's going to happen. However, depending on where we live, we may have to do some preparations in our homes.
Okay.
Make some preparations. I know I will definitely have to make some preparations.
All right, so far so good. Fairly normal. We'll move on here.
If by chance that we are hit by a hurricane, let's say now, and the best thing for us to do is to stay here.
Stay here?
Well, it's too late. The hurricane hit us. If it's that bad...
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Because you know what's going to happen is you won't be able to get a taxi, you won't be able to get a train, and it'll be difficult for you to get out of New York City. Anthony will not... It's going to take him 4.5 hours to get home. So that's why we have to stay watch of this hurricane. If by chance the hurricane is going to hit us, then we have to be ahead of it. If the hurricane is going to hit us at 2 o'clock, then we have to get out of here 3-4 hours, preferably, ahead of time.
How much time for a slowy cane, though? Because I would assume you got more time.
No, that was wrong. That was wrong. If the hurricane's going to hit, just stay home.
Stay home.
Stay home.
We'd have enough
So
advance
have
notice.
you done any research on this shit, or he just came in and asked the question and you just went with it?
No, I was hit by a hurricane. I was hit by a hurricane very bad. I lost my home in '99.
We got a comedian coming up this weekend.
And now the funny. But when Steve asked you, it's pretty much cold. You didn't know that you were going into this meeting to discuss evacuation.
No, he said his wife was concerned.
Yeah.
All right, let's continue listening here.
Yeah, hurricane liver cirrhosis, maybe she'd be concerned with.
Like, say it's 7 o'clock in the morning and we get, a heads up. Guys, get out of Dodge. Go now. What do we do? How do we get open at home? How do we get...
What we should have outside... Okay, Anthony is going to be driving home himself?
I would assume. I don't know.
Opie is probably going to need to be driven home. He's not going to take a taxi or
rollerblade.
I mean, if the hurricane is that bad, then we would take him home.
Oh, look at that. You got taken home.
I'll just let the hurricane blow me home. don't have to use my legs when I'm rollerblading.
You could put on your blades and the breeze would whisk you home.
Whisk me home. Really nice and fast.
I guess the question is, God forbid if we're all stuck here
Okay.
Let's say we're all stuck in this.
What we should do is have provisions. We should have our flashlights. We should have our food. We should definitely have our water.
Mm-hmm.
And we should have extra amount of that. Now, honestly, if the hurricane is that bad, we can see it on television. We say, okay, well, guess what, guys?
We shouldn't be here.
It's going to hit New York City this date.
Mm-hmm.
Do not be here, because this is going to be a deadlock. You won't be able to get in and out of the city. 9/11, same thing. You couldn't get in and out of the city.
Right.
And the problem is that, okay, you have a hurricane, so now you have wind. Is it a tropical storm? The water's coming down so hard. You're driving, and then you're stopped because the rain is coming down so hard, people can't even see in front of them. That's how bad it gets.
Painting quite the picture.
Someone had a really good instant feedback about basically something about Steve asking Master Bo to talk louder into his lapel. I don't know the exact wording of it, but guys. Just the worst fucking guy.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions. I want to have them answered immediately.
Excuse me, can you talk louder? Yeah, postwars.net. Clark, Master Poe, could you say that a little louder and say that my lapel? That's a great line, bro.
Poe's got a very dramatic delivery, though. He's very intense.
He painted this horrific picture.
Yeah.
It's like that Day After Tomorrow movie.
Yeah, exactly.
Painting.
All right, let's continue.
So you're talking about barricading everybody in this place for a period of maybe several days.
Oh my God, what kind of hurricane are we talking about?
I don't know. I don't know.
If you're talking about a severe, drastic hurricane that's coming in, first of all, why be here?
Right.
You know why? Because the only reason why we're here is to do a show. Well, guess what? We won't have any electricity.
Oh.
Great answer, Steve.
I can hear myself scrolling through the phone as I'm answering that.
We won't have any electricity. Oh. Good one.
Yeah, you're really good at how you keep leading Poe to like other areas.
I'm terrible.
Where the comedy can keep coming.
I am terrible. But you know what? You have to understand that I'm the only person in the building at that point who's not going to lose his mind laughing. The option was me or Ben. That was the choice. When you throw those two in the mix, I think I was immediately elected.
All right, more.
Good point. Imagine no electricity, no computer ability, no access at all. Do you know what's going to happen here? Chaos. Either Opie and Anthony is going to make us all laugh, and Jimmy's not going to be here, but Opie and Anthony are going to make us laugh, or they're going to go crazy, and they're going to drive us crazy.
Maybe we can count on them to be entertaining, but who knows?
Good one, Steve.
You're welcome.
You get that one from Eric Logan. Jeez. All right, a couple more clips here.
We've already talked about how to get open and home, blah, 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 blah. What about you got interns that are coming from Staten Island, Jersey?
How would they get home?
We're talking about 4 kids who are going to have...
Staten Island will be covered with water, gentlemen. A tidal wave will wash over them, destroying the island.
I love the drama in Poe's voice.
Very, very melodramatic delivery.
Staten Island, write it off, kids. It's gone.
4 kids who are going to have frightened parents at home.
And I'm assuming we're responsible for them.
Of course.
Okay, so if we're responsible for them, then either A, they stay here with grown-up adults that can handle the situation, or...
Where are they?
As opposed to those childlike adults.
They get taken home.
But if we're worried about taking them home, and Anthony's going to be spending 6 hours getting to Long Island.
Well, like I said, if it's going to be that bad, Anthony shouldn't come in.
Right.
If it gets that bad, then no one should be coming in.
Give me the day off.
Hey, we got some great instant feedback coming in. Rich from Allentown. If the hurricane floods, Anthony is screwed. He will not have any shoes from his shoelaces being wet.
Yeah.
Chris from Dallas, Texas. Being trapped in an office with Steve the Bear and no food. Make sure you keep the cameras rolling, kids. And Jimmy from whackbag.com. Steve would hover above the water in his hybrid.
Certainly would.
All right, one more clip here. Steve and Master Poe talking about an evacuation plan. Or maybe not.
Nope. Uh-oh.
Oh, boy. All right, here we go.
All right, say you've got these kids. Let's say, God forbid, this fucking hurricane, we're all dumb enough to come in.
He's getting tough on him now.
Yeah.
Where do we take? Do you have the ability to house any of these kids? Would you feel comfortable enough taking any of these kids home?
My place is big. If
is it fixed up enough?
Yeah, there's plenty of room. They'll just sleep with the dogs.
With the dogs?
No, I'm only kidding.
Jesus Christ, Paul. Cruel fuck.
No.
And then, I mean, shit,
There's
providing you could get out, could you take kids home?
I don't know why you're smiling, because let me tell you, this was a horror for me, man.
I'm tired. I hate having these fucking conversations. Because I really do. I fucking hate it.
This is what you call a nightmare. All right? And you're smiling, and I don't know why you're smiling. This was a nightmare.
All right.
He's shot in the head in a second.
This destroys houses, this destroys homes, this destroys family.
You know what's making this bit better? The listeners. Brian from posthorrors.net. Oh, yeah, you guys are just going to be sitting there telling jokes to everyone. Who are you kidding? Ope's going to be killing people for sport, and Anthony will be in the corner washing his hands for hours on edge. It goes on and on.
And while this is going on, I have Ben and Wicklin in the other office and Don in the other room phoning in questions.
Oh, really?
So I'm picking up the phone thinking it's somebody else, and I'm playing it off, but it's Don and Ben in the other room phoning in questions.
All right, well, there you have it. Master Poe's evacuation plan. Courtesy of Steve.
Wow.
Very good, guys.
Well, at least we're all safe. And he did know, stay home. He would stay home.
Thanks, Master Poe.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was riveting.
Yeah, wasn't it? Terrible.
Hey, guys, this is Master Poe. You're listening to the worst of Opie and Anthony.
People pissed off about our discussions about old bands, Ant.
Oh, geez, very important to world peace.
And this person is so pissed, he says, stop picking on has-beens. I bet that you will be doing the news like Imus 20 years from now.
With my big cowboy hat on.
Yeah.
Right? I got my bandana around my neck.
Yeah.
And I plug my brother's salsa now.
Mm-hmm.
What I do on the show.
Yeah.
It's good stuff.
Yeah.
It's 6:13, 13 minutes after 6 o'clock. Imus in the morning. Hey, this is a good show, huh?
Yeah, you want to talk about stuff in the news,
Well,
Imus?
shut up, McCord. Yeah, see that jerk, the hell's his name? I don't even know. Imus in the morning, 6:13 and 22 seconds.
Well, let me get the paper to help you out.
Baby. Moby Worm coming to get you.
It's a privilege to have you in the studio, Mr. Imus, and
I know.
Let's use your time wisely here. So I want to see you riff a little bit on.
Wait a minute, the minute hand just changed. Imus in the morning. It's 6:14.
All right, whack whack. Okay.
Whack whack.
What do you think of the two guys that were saved from the 12-story plunge?
What are they? On a building?
Yeah, look on the
Baby, yeah.
Look on the front page. Front page of the paper. There's a picture of them. What do you think?
Where's
of those?
my bifocals?
Yeah.
Wait a minute, I gotta tie my bandana back around my neck. My neck wrinkles went right over the paper here. I can't just reel this in.
Okay.
Imus in the morning.
It's not 6:15 yet. So
6:14, 22 seconds.
Yeah. Go ahead. So what do you think of the guys they saved from that building yesterday?
Well, you gotta be a jerk to be on the outside of a building. Baby.
All right, that was pretty good.
I'm riffing.
Okay, what do you think of the grandma in Jersey that stopped the hijackers?
God, dopey
or
old
the
broad.
carjackers, I should say. Yeah.
No.
She was 81 years old, and she was
81.
81. She was getting.
Wow, it could be my kid sister.
And she was getting.
Time to play a Billy Saul Hargis bit.
No, not yet.
Yeah.
You could do another.
Imus in the morning.
Another time check.
6:15.
Okay, very good. Whack whack. Okay.
Whack whack.
What do you think of the grandma that was getting carjacked though? 81 years old in Jersey. She fought off this guy instead of giving up her car.
Now she's a jerk.
She's a jerk? Why?
No. And he's a jerk.
Why?
Well, that's what I do. I just say people are jerks. Imus in the morning. I got my cowboy hat on.
Yeah, I see that.
Live and work in Manhattan, and I dress like a cowboy fag.
Right. Well, there's a lot of cattle.
Imus in the morning, 6:15, 33 seconds.
There's a lot of cattle in Midtown. Right.
Where's McCord? I'm inventing the Imus in the morning neck bra.
Oh, yeah?
To hold my neck fat up.
I see.
Like big bosoms.
Well, didn't you start your own promotion, kind of like a Whip 'em Out Wednesday, but you have a little...
Whip out your neck fat, baby.
Right, when you're on the highway? Okay.
Yeah. Oh, shut up.
You missed your time check.
Imus in the morning, 6:16.
Very good.
Shut up.
You want to riff on anything else in the news?
They're all jerks. Just a bunch of morons.
Would you like to take some calls from your listeners?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, put one of those phone lines now.
All right. I don't know if they're going to want to talk to you.
Joe, you're on Imus in the morning.
Who's this?
It's Don Imus.
Hey, yeah. Did you hear about the 83-year-old lady
you
got
jerk. Wait, listen to this guy. Listen to him, McCord.
What do you think about that, Imus?
Yeah, baby, what?
What do you think about that, Imus?
My hearing aid came loose. I wasn't able to hear you, baby.
Yeah? Hey, Imus, how's
You
that
sound like a
hot
hot
wife
chick,
of yours
though.
doing? How's that hot wife of yours doing, Imus?
I don't know. I haven't been able to get an erection in about 20 years. Yeah, baby.
All right, Joe, thank you.
I'm going to use my bandana to try to tie up my swing. See if that works. You know what it's like staring at a young hottie like my wife?
Yeah.
And no blood flows down there?
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty depressing. No wonder I'm a miserable prick. Yeah, baby. Imus in the morning, 6:18, 12 seconds.
Whack, whack, whack.
Baby.
Would you like to talk to more of your listeners, Mr. Imus? We only have you for a few more minutes here.
I think it's nap time for Don Imus. I'm a little tired. My throat hurts.
Oh, I see.
Kind of hard to do this.
Well, there's one more question for
all right, baby. Alan, you're on the air. Don Imus in the morning. WFAG.
Yeah, Imus, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
How come you're on a 102 station and Opie and Anthony still got more fans than you freaky Twinkerbell?
I didn't hear what you said, but everyone's laughing, so I'll do it too. Someone see my colostomy bag? Got my colostomy bag?
Yeah.
See now? I keep it in my hat, baby. Here's a little pump that I store in my bandana. Pumps the, get the picture. Shut up, McCord.
All right, Jim, you got a question for Imus. We only have him for a few minutes here.
Yeah, are you going to get into the gay porn there with that little scarf you wear on your head?
Get into. Well, I've been doing gay porn for years, baby. Imus in the morning, time check, 6:19.
How's Imus's voice holding out over there?
Kind of hurts.
It kind of hurts. So there's a few more people that want to talk to Mr. Imus, though.
Well,
maybe
we'll see how long Mr. Imus can talk like Mr. Imus.
Maybe Mr. Imus should take
or it turns into Reverend Al.
Maybe Mr. Imus should take a swig of his beer over there. That might help him out a little bit, okay?
Baby.
All right, why don't you take a sip of that beer, Mr. Imus? Steve, what's up?
Imus, you old goat.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, baby.
You didn't
appreciate
Billy Saul Hargis bits that I used to do?
Let me ask you a question.
Imus in the morning, yeah.
How in the hell did you get that young ice skating wife? What the hell did you do?
I had a lot of cash.
Is she blind?
A lot of cash and dope.
A lot of dope?
Yeah. She's hoping I drop dead, baby. She gets the Imus compound, which consists of my my gay fag cowboy hat collection.
Yeah, there's only two kinds of people that wear cowboy hats in New York, you know, right? Cowboys and fags? You know that, right?
I ain't no cowboy, baby.
I guess it makes you a Peter pump behind then.
Yeah.
All right, Steve, thank you.
Adios.
That was a great question for Mr. Imus.
Later.
All right. Rich, what's up?
Yeah, Rich question for Don Imus.
Is there Imus there?
Yeah, Imus in the morning.
You got go off on Stern. But I saw Stern was stealing all your material.
I've been having a gay relationship with Howard for many years now. Me and Howard go. We go both ways, boys and men.
Greg, what's going on?
Hey, what's up? I want to know how Mr. Imus, how did you deal with the Y19K problem?
Huh?
Huh?
What?
The Y19K problem when all the clocks turned 1900. What'd you do?
Yeah, that was back in the turn of the century, right?
Did you have to reboot your abacus?
That's funny, baby.
All right, you guys suck.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Man, a lot of good questions for you, sir. You got a question for Imus?
Imus in the morning, 6:22.
No. Wait.
2 more seconds.
You salsa suck.
My brother's salsa?
Yeah, you suck.
Yeah. I'm thinking of putting my picture on the front. Big Just call it fag salsa.
It doesn't sell.
Big
You get
cowboy hat wearing fag salsa. Fag salsa, baby.
Hey, Opie and Anthony, you guys suck.
I don't wear my spurs.
Bye.
But when I'm riding my boyfriend, I could spur him.
Dick, what's going on?
Dick.
I wanted to ask
Hey,
Imus.
I ain't seen mine in a while, baby. Shriveled up like a raisin. Think my neck is wrinkled. You ought to see that thing. Looks like a tortoise head been left out in the sun. Yeah. Real small tortoise. Huh? Yeah.
So what's up, bud?
Yeah, I want to ask him if he ever did a sock it to me.
Well, I gave McCord the rusty trombone. Right there, McCord? Yeah.
What
he
you
enjoyed it. I give him the reach around, a couple of tugs. Yeah, baby.
So I want
Hey,
to know.
my throat really hurts.
Okay. We're going to have to wrap up our little segment with Mr. Imus. His throat hurts.
Ain't nothing Budweiser's going to fix neither.
No.
Yeah, baby.
Well, thanks for stopping by today.
Thank you. You should kiss my wrinkled ass for being here.
Yeah.
Legend Don Imus. Imus in the morning, 6:24.
It was really 6:25 when you said
6:24.
6:24.
Oh, damn. No. Now I'm going to put on my pink hat, go down to the village.
Okay.
Go down to Christopher Street, baby, where they all dress like cowboy fags.
There he goes. There he goes. He's out the door.
Look at him prancing.
Yes. Can't really I guess we got to tell people we can't really confirm if that was the actual Don Imus.
Oh, no, Opie, that was indeed Don Imus.
Yeah, very good. Bad smell, bad language, and now bad jokes. This is the freakiest show I've ever been party to.
Because we're perverts.
Really?
Stupid.
So you know it's good.
That's why we love doing this radio show.
Right.
Okay, terrific.
Time to put your mouth where our balls are.
Buckle up, kids. It's cool. Let's just put it this way.
Sexual harassment mostly.
Just shut up.
I was so offended. Don't listen, you twat. Hit her over the head with a shovel.
If you did that, I would make love to you right now.
Come on. People that get their news from O&A are the same people who watched Sesame Street till they were 12. Yes, precisely. Guys talk about nasty stuff like this all the time.
Sit down and put on your laughing hats because here comes a home run.
It's the Opie and Anthony Show.
Opie and Anthony. It's the worst of Opie and Anthony.
All right, we're going to play Who Farted. Where are the answers? Oh, I see. I see what they did here.
I see where they're going.
Oh, very, very clever, guys.
Really?
Oh, yeah, Danny and Travis. Why don't you explain the Who Farted game? It's a creation of Danny and Travis.
We had Travis TV. We had Danny do the assault on the media. We got him coming in now again. And Nathaniel just standing in there, just doing nothing, barking out orders.
He had his killer olive joke the other day, though, so.
Yeah.
So what's this game about, guys?
Basically, it's a collection of farts. And I guess I figured the best way that this will work is we'll play the fart. And then you guys will have to guess who it is, and then we can play the answer.
Okay.
And we have the answer key.
Okay, yeah, I see that. Very good. Should we get Steve and the gang in here?
Sure.
Yeah, Steve is very angry right now, so I think he needs to have a little fun.
I'm pissed off.
Where's Martini Steve? What, Eric? He's locked in his studio right now. He's locked in his studio?
Getting to the bottom of something.
We're a bunch of crybabies, is what it comes down to. Are you feeling better,
There
Steve?
he is. Uh-oh.
No, I would like to cut the testicles off of the person who fucking screwed with my production stuff.
You're a scary dude, but we've never seen you actually do anything.
Oh, that's
He's like the Fonz.
I don't mean work-wise. I mean like as far as hurting somebody.
I
think you need to hurt just one person so everyone knows you mean business.
I have hurt people in the past. I just don't want to do it now.
I would like.
Remember the Fonz? Everyone was scared shit of the Fonz on Happy Days, and you never saw him lay a hand on anybody.
Yeah, Steve's like that.
Whenever Steve gets mad, he just hits a jukebox and the music plays, and he tries to have sex with a couple of twins. Cunningham.
Anger management.
Cunningham.
By the way, Eric did some research for us, and the promo that ran was for our May 24th show.
May 24.
I didn't even do that one. That's why I was so shocked when I heard it.
Over 2 months ago.
Yeah.
Over 2 months.
Almost 2.5 months ago.
Come on.
So glad it's still in there.
Hello,
good.
Mrs. C. Hello, shortcake.
That's over 2 months.
I really think you need to like rip someone's testicle out, just one, so they can still reproduce, just to show people you need you mean business.
Okay. All right, but I'm not really angry at anybody in the room right now, so I really need to find a target.
Don't look at Jimmy.
I'm not. I love Jimmy.
Patsy.
Yeah. Jimmy gets scared as it is. You don't need to look at him.
Don't let him. Don't get him
I
scared.
really don't need you tensing up and farting right now.
No.
Well, we're going to play the Who Farted game.
Thank God this is the unscented version.
I didn't do that. I am not wrong.
Yeah, why not?
Just don't see him lay a hand on anybody.
No, never.
Sunday, Monday, holidays. Tuesday, Wednesday,
The leather flaming jacket. Yeah, Fonzie was always a tough guy. He would, if someone started giving him shit at Arnold, he'd stand up and everyone in the audience would go, "Whoa!" And then the guy would back down. All right, Fonz, all right. And then he'd sit back down.
Wait a minute. Remember that guy I threw out at NEW? You have seen me hit somebody. I can't remember.
I don't remember seeing you.
No, you didn't throw him out. He was getting on a line and you said, "Look, you can sit on it." Nerd.
Wait a minute. I distinctly remember. I think he was some guy who brought a couple girls in, and he was trying to fraud something going on.
Joe Diamond.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah,
that guy.
You didn't hit him.
No.
You bodily removed him.
You asked him to leave and he left.
Picked him up by the scruff of his neck.
You did the same thing my grandmother's done. You threw someone out.
Ushered out.
Yeah.
No, he was.
And stay out.
Get out, and it's chilly in here.
All right. Thank you for the Happy Days soundtrack.
We don't need the entire song. Maybe you should let episodes 1 through 4 play. How about stop on that one?
Relax, man.
Play it again.
I know. Tom Bosley's fat face in the middle of that record. I'm going to put my fist in his...
Joni and Chachi are about to get married.
Shortcake.
It just helps to separate the words a little bit better.
Drink your milk and eat your veggies.
Yes. Oh, Mrs. C.
Didn't the Fonz start doing that crap?
Oh, of course. He was the tough guy. And the first couple episodes didn't even have the leather jacket. It's like a windbreaker. And he was kind of like the guy they went to for the advice, because they were all kids. Fonzie was a well-rounded guy. He'd just be sitting on his bike, and they'd ask him questions, and he was cool about it. And then he just became a parody of what was supposed to be cool. Ugh, Mrs. C. Stop.
And then what a bummer when you realize that Henry Winkler, who played the Fonz, was really a nerd in real life.
Oh, just a short little Jewish man.
He was. A lot of people admired the Fonz growing up, and then you see him on some of these interview shows, and you're like, oh my God, he's like the nerdiest dude.
Cunningham, get me my yarmulke.
All right.
Oh, Mrs. C, my mezuzah.
Oy vey.
I'm the chosen people.
Wow. Here we go.
I was doing Steve C as a Jew as Fonz.
Wow.
It was awful.
Who farted? Let's play Who Farted.
Yes, let's.
Your choices are Opie, Anthony.
Why? Anthony's never farted.
I've never
Jim
blasted
Norton.
one in here. No, it can't be me. See,
But
would
that was
I
the
be
trick
profiled? But everyone knows. Why profile me for this game?
It's true.
When you know it's not going to be me. I should be able to go through the non-farting turnstile.
Rick in New Jersey. His comment is for both racial profiling and the game Who Farted. Go ahead, Rich.
Yo, boys, what's happening, man?
What's
no
up?
sweetie coming out of my mouth here, Jimmy. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
I thought if ever all those guys profiling or watching the everything, they had a clothespin in their pocket. Anybody who stinks where you got to put that over your nose, they're criminal. All those smelly mongrels we have out there.
He's still working it. He's trying. He keeps adding more to it.
Yeah, that stupid South Jersey accent.
Rich, Rich, don't you realize sometimes it's just one line will just get you over the top?
It's either going to work or it's not, and the longer you dwell on it, the worse it gets
If
for
I
you.
went Rich in New Jersey and you just went, if you smell, you're guilty, bam, you're out, good line. You
Yep.
could go home for the day.
You know, Rich, as Alex Rieger once said, It's better to remain silent and be thought the fool than speak and remove all doubt. Alex Rieger said that.
Very good. I remember that episode.
Fine episode where Louis meets the parents.
All right, here we go.
Hope we don't have to have a race for the can after dinner.
Here we go. Who farted?
Okay.
We'll start with the first one.
That's
Wait, that's all it is?
I think I know who that is.
Well, you know how easy that would be? Because all you got to do is find out whoever's laughing. Whoever's laughing. If you hear me laughing, it's
That's a really good point. If
It's-
they didn't edit out the laughing, then it's gonna be really.
If I'm laughing, it's mine. If you hear a fart and then jerking off sounds, it's Ope.
No, these are really tightly edited.
Yeah,
here's
just the fart.
That was mine.
Here's the deal. It'll be Martini Steve and Anthony playing Who Farted, okay? Because Jimmy and I know our farts.
Really?
Sure
you know
do.
yours? You think?
I know exactly
Yes.
whose fart that is, yes.
Okay.
Here it is again. All right.
I'm saying Jimmy.
Yeah, I have to agree. I think that's Jimmy.
Jimmy.
All right, hold on.
They're playing the odds.
No, I'm not playing the odds. I'll be honest.
It just sounds like it came from a short fella.
And Ope has really come to the table recently.
Thank you. I usually fart when we have to record the crap for the 6 a.m. hour.
That's true.
We might give a golden ticket out to the listeners in general, by the way.
That would be nice.
Someone made a parody song about Jim saying phenomenal all the time during one of his Ozfest interviews.
But did they, What should I say to that?
Damn. And we have the fart in context. I like it.
That's
all right.
Great.
I love this. I thought that was the next one, and I'm like, that was very poorly edited.
No.
Oh, good job. You played
All
the
right.
actual clip.
Ant and Steve both got that one right. Very good. You can play along at home, by the way.
I'm playing.
I'm all late. Let me see.
You got it?
Yeah. There it is. That one.
That's right. He farts into the mouth of every contestant. Old Richard Dawson.
All right, here we go. Here's the next fart. Who farted? This is Danny and Travis. No, not farting, but came up with the game.
Right? I absolutely know. That is Opie.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Wow.
That is
Wait,
Opie fart.
Here's the fart again.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yep.
Jesus Christ.
I could picture those baggy jeans.
Yeah.
Jeez.
There was like clothing reverberation in there.
Yeah,
It sounds like it's coming through a bag full of wet puppies, doesn't it? It's just like...
Here it is.
Oh, God. Someone put the hand over it.
You got to make a fart promo,
I'm
man.
working on it now, actually.
All right. So what do you think, Steve?
I think that's you.
All right.
I think that's
Absolutely.
you.
Both say Ope. Bravo. There you have it. Bombs and Flubs.
Very
Volume 2.
good, Nathaniel.
Bombs, flubs, and...
Oh.
How do you talk on that microphone after blowing ass on it?
How do you not? Smells wonderful.
Wow.
Both got it wrong.
Me too.
Damn it.
You wearing a diaper that day?
Wow.
I assumed it was all of Opie's clothing.
The thing is this, my farts come in every way, shape. My farts are really like a diversity.
There's a
That was
variety to
so
your fart.
muffled.
It really.
I really thought it was me, too. I got fooled.
Wow.
Like some of them are like really loud and awful. They all have
Yeah.
like a different a vibe to them. Like sometimes they're like this.
No.
Mark that down for the next time we play farts.
That's like
Who farted?
that's almost like something squared. When you fart while playing the fart game. It's all right. It's fine. It doesn't smell even. It does.
Stop it.
I can bite that one.
Stinks.
Nice.
All right, very good.
It smells like cheese doodles wrapped in placenta.
So here we go. Ant and Steve are tied in the Who Farted game.
Oh, Jimmy.
So you're giving away the answer. They're gonna have to. Jesus.
That is really terrible.
No, it's not. It's cute.
Oh, it's awful.
Come on, it's a birthday. It's like birthday cake.
Here we go. Here's the next fart, okay?
All right.
Are you ready for the next one?
All right. All right. That one I'm saying is
Yes.
Opie. That's Opie.
I don't know.
Here it is again.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's another muffled one, which now the last one threw me because that was...
I don't.
Yeah, it is.
It doesn't sound as wet.
Anthony?
I will say Opie fart.
Steve?
Are you playing these in order on the CD?
No comment.
Damn it. Because all right, I'm gonna say it's Ope. I'm gonna say it's you.
Hey,
I was a 911 dispatcher for 7.5 years, and that call, the way she's talking and everything, for inner city, what have you, is very typical of the way they call and the way a dispatcher would handle it.
Oh, okay.
Who was that?
Is that one without an answer?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. That would be Opie.
Ah.
Nice. You got it?
Yeah. Still tied, Anthony and Steve.
Because yours have that little bubble thing. Like, sometimes mine will be like...
Come on, dude.
Don't spray it on me, stupid.
Maybe it'll leak through into your fucking pores. Jesus.
Fucking Eric just panics. Look. Sorry, it's that little package. You can suck it out.
God damn. Jimmy's going fart for fart with the game.
I'm trying to show you guys that's variety. One sounds like this, the other one sounds like that. That was like a little Asian one.
You got nailed with the spray immediately.
Oh, Steve's got to leave.
Yeah, it's fine.
He's puking.
No, I didn't.
Yes.
I didn't puke. I just sprayed Lysol and walked into a cloud of it.
Saturday, what a day. Moving all week with you.
You almost sounded like Stewie there from Family Guy. All right, you guys ready for the next fart?
No.
Sure. There we go.
Ooh.
Let me hear it again. All right.
I know exactly who that is.
All right. Let Steve go first this time.
Just based on the last two, I'm saying that's Jimmy.
Yeah, I must concur.
Do you know what that one sounds like? Can you play that one more time?
Sure, hold on a minute.
It'll take a second.
Can you picture a cancer patient laying on his side with atrophied legs? That's what that one sounds like. Listen, it sounds like a cancer patient. Listen, hold on. We love you, Pop Pop.
Oh. All right. So, whose fart is that? We'll go back to Anthony.
I agree there with Steve. That is Jimmy.
All right, here we go.
Uh-oh.
That'll work.
Oh, no.
What's the matter? You get scared of my birthday. Oh, you're a little nervous?
Oh, boy.
He's scared. What happened, Jimmy?
I just thought of all my presents that were piling up, and I got frightened. I hope people come to my party.
That one sounded like one of mine.
Yeah, it sounded kind of wet.
Yeah,
with a hint of millionaire.
And we're back live again. Oh, man. That was the commentary after the fart. That day, obviously, we're back live, and you guys both got that right.
It's hard. It's hard to pick them out based on tonality, but that one, just based on the last two, Jimmy ripped in here.
It's still tied, 3-3 for Steve and Anthony.
Ugh.
Here's the next fart as we play Who Farted.
Easy.
Wow.
That was like singing.
Yeah. Baritone.
Yeah.
Wow, that had some tender pitch.
Wow.
Oh. All right.
Play that sound again.
Wow. That's great. No.
All right, it's back to Steve. Whose fart is that?
That's yours, man. That is definitely Opie.
Again, yes, Steve. I have to agree with Steve.
Absolutely.
And that is a magnificent pitch you hit there.
Definitely.
Oh, hi, Anthony.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm fine. Oh, no. Oh.
That was a nice one.
Oh.
Very nice.
Fucking disgusting people.
It makes me happy because I know the next segment makes me a little sad. There you go.
You got it?
No, that's it. I win.
You guys both got that one right as well. Let's go to Ken the trucker. Ken?
Yeah, man.
What's up, Ken?
No, Tim. That's okay.
Oh.
I was going to say, man, I love your show, but the fart game sucks, man. But I got to admit, I cracked my ass up when you started playing them fucking music from that damn movie.
How can you say the fart game sucks? It rules.
My goodness.
Yeah, you're right.
I love you, Jimmy. I tell you what, though, that I'll tell you, like I said, man,
all right, you're wrecking our
really
buzz today.
sucked. I was really boring as hell, but I had.
Doesn't like it?
How do you not like the... What kind of guy are you?
It's got mystique.
Yeah.
It's got farts.
It's got sex appeal.
You can play along at home.
Right.
Of course. Try to figure out whose fart it is.
Please, whenever it's Opie's, you don't picture those little blonde, wispy cheeks opening up and a gift coming out of them.
Oh, Jesus. You're really making me
I want to hold that guy down and open his mouth and go, how boring is this?
Come on.
That's what I say to you. Don't spread that. You take away the joy. I try to give something to the room and nobody appreciates it.
It's terrible.
Jeez, ingrates, all of you.
The place smells like shit and flowers.
I know. All the Lysol.
All right, you ready for the next fart?
Whenever I get angry, it just comes out like that.
You're confusing everybody with the game here. We're trying to play a game. You're adding new farts to the equation.
Yeah.
Here's the next fart as far as our contest goes.
Oh. You know right away, Steve?
I think I know exactly.
I'm going to have to hear it again.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. All right, I think I know.
Yeah.
I will say Opie.
Yeah, I'm going to say for the same reason of the last one. It's got tonality. It sounds like a tuba. You know, it sounds like a musical instrument of some kind.
It's the same fart. It's obviously.
It's got to be Opie because my colon is kind of like Jack. It's just pretty much whatever you want. It's like an iPod, my asshole.
Right. And I'm just playing grunge songs.
Yeah,
That's all I got.
He's got a format that has to be adhered to at all time. His ass has a playlist.
Here we go. Here's the answer coming up. Yeah, what do you think the problem
Frenchie was a huge star on our radio show on regular radio. Huge.
I can get up in the morning.
Oh, Jesus.
Tweak.
Oh.
All right, we're back live.
I think it was Jimmy. You got the key?
Yeah, that was Jimmy.
Oh, wow.
I told you, I do impressions.
That was a hard one. You do impressions even out your ass.
Yeah, that was an impression of Opie's fart because it had the same...
Wow. All right.
I totally missed the shit.
And by the way, say tonality again. I'm sailing this cup into your chin.
Tonality.
It is tonality.
You guys are still tied at 4 as we play the next fart.
Ooh.
They're kind of...
Before you guess, someone has a great idea. I don't know if we can make this happen. Long Star Viking the trucker, what's up?
Hey, y'all need to have a fart line like you have the FU line.
Oh. Can we have a separate fart line, or maybe we could, maybe for a while we could turn the FU line into FUs plus farts? Maybe that's the way to go?
Wow, that's not a bad idea.
Yeah, because we already have a line set up. The FU line, if you're leaving your FUs, what is the number for the FU line, Steve?
866 FU line 1.
There you go. 866 FU line 1. If you're, calling in your FUs and you happen to have some gas, let it fly, okay?
All right. I don't have no gas for y'all today, though.
All right, we'll do it that way. That's a great idea. We'll get the listeners involved, okay?
It's not going to be hard to call up, it rings, you get connected, and then have to save that fart. Like you feel a fart coming, now you got to call. Well, leave the fart.
Well, you could basically call and say, I don't have an FU, but I have this for you, and then,
No, but I mean, it's going to take a while, but by the time you feel it, you might lose it.
Right.
If you hold a fart in too long, it just goes somewhere.
It goes back up in and...
Goes back. Comes out later, but you don't know when.
Would you like to go to the listeners' houses and record them yourself, Anthony? I mean, this is the best we got.
Travis, get on that.
This is the best we got. If you want to leave farts on the FU line, do it. Because I think we're going to have a WOW siding line soon,
Yeah,
right?
we're working on that. We're going to take one of the existing lines and turn it into a WOW
When will we have that?
line.
By November when it's cold again?
No, I talked to Bruce and Mars about it last week. It takes a few days to set up.
Hard to believe we can't get advertisers on this show, even if we wanted them. The 3 lines we have are for farts, fuck yous, and tit showings.
That's what makes us special. Right.
You just got to time it out right. Like, ring, ring. Hello, welcome to the FU line. Hi, I'm Bill from Oklahoma.
Now you're squeezing them out to the Now only dogs are hearing these. That was really kind of squeaked
That
out.
almost sounded like a wink.
You're at the end of your run.
No, I'm not.
You're going to be dry heaving from your butt soon.
I know, my asshole's just going to open up and go.
That's a great visual. And there's a great example of fart you can leave on the FU line, okay? Let's say hi to Scott in Tennessee. Scott.
Hey, guys, what's going on?
Hey.
Happy birthday, Jimmy.
Thank you.
Oh, sounds like your farts are muffled by a fucking marshmallow.
All right.
Perhaps there's still a marshmallow in there.
Thank you, Scott. Vinny from Oceanside.
Hey, what's up, guys? Listen, best fucking game ever. Keep it going, man. Keep it going.
All right,
It does
we'll do that.
rule.
Ben in
People
Connecticut.
like it.
Ben?
What's up?
Click.
What's up, Ben?
Hey, happy birthday in advance, Jim.
Thank you.
I just want to say that Jim has tremendous mic technique. And I think it sounds like Opie's all sound like there's microphones in his large intestine.
Ooh, very good.
I've
Okay.
commented a few times on how Ope uses the side of the mic, which I think does muffle it a bit. And Jimmy is right there, front of mic to asshole. Perfect link up.
You have to be, because I'm used to talking into a mic, so I kind of know how to line up the two fat cheeks around something with awful shit coming out of it. 15 years of stand-up.
Yes. Yes in Ohio? Is that your name?
Hi.
Oh,
Hi.
What's up, Yes?
I'm doing good. What's going on?
What's up?
I just wanted to say I was driving to work, and that guy that called and said that the game was boring, I just want to say that he's an idiot and that I'm a girl and I think it's fucking hilarious.
Thank you. And hot.
And really hot. All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye. Let's say hi to Brian in Michigan. Brian, make it fast because we got to get back to the fart game.
Hey, I love the fart game. I was playing in a band a few years back, and I just had some rank fart, like rotten propane, and I let one loose right in the middle of Warpig. Cleared out the whole bar, 125, 150 people. And they go, Warpig's got the power, grab the mic. But, yeah, cleared out the bar, man.
All right,
You got to make these calls quick before we all lose our hard-ons.
Yeah. All right, back to the fart game. Here's the next fart.
Right, that's it.
Wait a minute. Let me...
Jimmy's running out of juice, man.
Oh, am I?
Yeah.
Excuse me? You ever disrespect me?
That arms outstretched thing you did was great.
Awful.
Yeah, that was the Titanic.
Everyone's confused now. There's live farts going on, recorded farts.
Yeah. It's just hot.
Holy crap. All right, so those were live farts. Back to the game. This is the fart you guys have to study.
Yeah.
All right, what do you think, Anthony? It's tie. 4-4.
I'm going to go with Jimmy.
I'm going Opie.
Oh, wow. Okay, here we
finally.
go.
Okay.
Yeah, here we go.
We will have a leader. Are you trying to tell me that this show goes off on tangents?
Yes, sometimes it does. I remember this one time we went off on a tangent. I was on a train, and yes, Jimmy, were you going to fart? No. Please don't. Oh, it stinks so bad.
Just fart so we can start the bit. And we're back live. Well, there was a wrong and a right. Who got that one right?
I got it right. Poor Steve.
Steve got it wrong.
No, yeah, I've been taking these in the face courtesy of Jimmy.
All right. The next fart. Here it is.
God. I can actually hear grunge jeans moving.
I was going to say, was that through chains?
Oh.
That is really bad.
That's rank.
That's actually the sound of gas leaving the body as a car runs over a stomach.
One more time. Oh, you have to go back?
Yeah.
Beep, beep.
I got to hear again. One more.
Really? All
Yeah.
right, hold on a minute. Here we go.
All right. I'm saying Jimmy. Yeah.
That's Opes.
Yeah, I'm saying Opie again.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. This could tie it up.
Basically, you got to, it tells the hard drive that there's actually MP3s there. I have a Rio player, which actually reads off of SD cards. And, yeah, I know it sucks a lot, but I have a Pop.
Might have been mine. Ope laughed too fast.
I know.
I will bet money it's mine, and I'll tell you why in a second.
Why?
Whose is it?
That was a Jim.
Oh, man.
I'll tell you
I
why.
usually fart later in the show.
But you laughed too quick.
You
after
laughed
it.
much too quickly. I could never get your mouth that fast.
Because you don't just fart and put your mouth down. It just.
All right, who got that right?
Anthony.
Correct.
You got it. Oh, Ant's undefeated.
Wow. Well, Ant's also in here all the time, so there's...
You tell yourself whatever you have to.
Okay.
Ant knows my asshole, and that's all that there is to it.
All right, next fart. Oh.
Wow.
Oh.
Oh.
You can almost hear it whining.
It was sneaking out and then just...
That's what happens if you sneeze underwater in your mask.
It whined like a puppy first, and then...
Oh, God. Yeah.
All right. Well,
sounds like Cubert.
Anthony?
That one,
it's to Anthony.
I have to go with Opie on that one. I think that's an Opie blast.
Yeah, I think so, too.
All right. Are we done?
No, we got one more page.
Done. No. I'm out of here.
Oh, wait. Before you go to that Mitch Beck bit.
Damn it. Yeah, let me get past
And we're back live.
It was Jimmy.
They're all so different.
Got that one wrong.
Such a variety of farting going on.
That muffled sound, it's not you.
That was hilarious, that one. All right, the next fart. There's some cleanup there.
Oh. That pause in the middle was actually a fluid-filled bubble.
What do you think? It's Anthony again, because no one got the other one right.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to go with Jimmy.
I'm going with Opie.
You have to go, though, because that's one of those ones, when he tries to fire it out, it's just kind of...
Yeah.
There's also
I don't think I like the title of this segment of the program.
Oh, hold on. This is the answer. Sorry.
Yeah.
We're going to tape.
I don't think I like the title of this segment of the program.
I think it's very accurate, Anthony.
It's called Ants Going Insane.
And the problem is...
I don't believe I'm going insane. I just think I have good hygiene.
Yeah,
very hygienic.
We'll
I don't
see
like
how you react to this.
Oh, no. You're going to have to change your underwear.
We had to react the same. Is your dick hard, too?
I really wanted to have one of those booming ones. And just like most of my jokes on this show, it failed miserably. And we're back live.
I got that. Steve. Yes.
So Steve got that one.
Yes.
Oh, game on. Steve is only one behind.
One behind.
Okay. Ooh, good way to phrase it.
Oh,
wow. That must have been in the middle of an argument.
That one was sprayed into a Tupperware bowl.
Yeah. Right?
Listen.
Wow.
All right. I think I have this one.
Yeah, I think so, too.
I am going to say Jimmy Norton.
That sounds like modern art being created.
And I will say it because I believe, for some reason, that doesn't even sound like it was in the studio. Is that taped, like, in the bathroom or something?
No, it was in the studio, but the isolated clip that you just played, I had to raise the volume.
Oh, you had to raise it? There was some weird sound in there. Okay.
Oh, wait a minute.
I'll say Jimmy, but let's see who it is.
Steve?
I think it's Jimmy, too. Yeah.
Both saying Jimmy. Here's the answer.
How is this going to affect you? Ooh. We'll tell you after the break. They don't do that on the news.
They should. It would have more integrity than what it...
Mark that one down, boys. All right, we're back live. Who?
Yeah, that was Jimmy.
That was Jimmy? All right, Jimmy.
Yeah.
So you both got that right?
All right.
All right.
I'm sweet.
Okay, the next fart in the Who Farted game, put together by Danny and Travis.
Oh. Whoa.
Sprayed out into the pants a little.
That doesn't even sound like a fart. It's like Velcro. Well, I have to say Opie. Doesn't have that robust oomph that Jimmy's does.
I had a good baritone one in there, though.
Mine is sneaky.
Go ahead, Steve.
I think it's Jimmy. I think it's Jimmy.
Could tie it up here, right?
Yep. Here comes the answer.
No, carrotized. It's a machine bunnies have been working on.
Get me my carrotizer.
I know what the word was. It was
Jimmy.
And we're back live. That was Jimmy.
I think that was a fine joke that a carrotizer is a machine bunnies have been working on.
Jimmy, yes.
So who got that right?
Who got that right?
I think I did.
Steve.
Oh,
Yeah.
Steve did, yeah.
Oh, my God, we're tied with just a few farts left.
Damn.
Pay attention.
I'm just trying to pay
Here.
attention to at least some kind of significant thing, but I think I'm tricking myself.
Here's the next fart.
Oof.
See, the more we do, the harder it gets.
Yeah, it's
I'm
certainly
second-guessing myself. Got to go with my first instinct, which is, that one's Jimmy.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Nope.
Jimmy.
Both saying Jimmy?
No.
Jimmy says no?
Of course he does.
I think that's one of mine, actually.
It is.
Let's listen.
Thank
Might remember.
God I'm not listening to this program right now.
Ooh.
Thank God. Because we recorded this ahead of time.
No, shh.
I'm still sleeping. I'm hoping. That wasn't me.
Thank you, Jimmy.
That was Jimmy.
I had to show you how to do it.
Jimmy.
We're back live.
I know you better than you know yourself.
So you both got that one right. Still
Yep.
tied. Okay.
These little mousy things.
Almost done here, kids. Almost done. Here's the next fart.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh. It's like an old cowboy spitting into a spittoon.
Ding! There's like a weird that's like a weird echo. That's the sound it would make if you actually pinched the nose of an invalid and farted into their mouth when it opened. That little bounce around the tongue and out.
What do we think, boys?
I know I've been picking Jimmy a lot, but I got to say Jimmy again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Me too.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
Here's the answer.
And he's got that L problem where he can't say his L's. His L's come out like, oh, that, or like a fart out of Jimmy's ass.
In front of Bonnie?
I know. Like Bonnie rolled her chair away, put her arms out, just like, what the, why?
And we're back live.
Yeah.
Both got that right as well.
Can't second guess myself.
We got 2 farts left in the Who's Farted game.
2 left.
Could be anyone's game here. Here's the next fart.
Wow.
That was impressive.
Textbook.
Jeez.
Yeah, the farts were getting boring there for a while.
Oh.
How's that?
Awful.
Yeah.
I need some of these
Wow,
on my replay.
that has a snapshot at the end.
Certainly.
Listen to the very end. The asshole snaps and smacks like a clapping hand. Listen. Like.
I need some of these on my replay so I can make music.
That is something.
Yeah.
Who you going with, Steve?
I'm saying that's Opie. That's got oatmeal written all over it.
Yeah, I want to say that too, but you know, I'm going to play the odds here. I'm going to try to pull ahead with this one.
Oh boy.
Okay. Going against my first instincts. I think it is Opie, but Jimmy has longer duration farts than Opie does, generally speaking. His last longer.
Because that one had the Hughes bounce.
Yeah, that one.
Do you think
that
it
one
did?
had that tone that the last one he did. It just.
Oh God,
Very
that's
basic.
absolutely
Sounds like a brass instrument. It really does.
But I'm going to say Jimmy.
Uh-oh.
I'm going to say Jimmy.
All right, here's the answer.
This is when Bruce called in and tried to distance himself from the interlocutor.
Production that we had goofed on so much.
Goofed on, crucified.
This is what I think of the interloculars.
What Ope? See, that was
God, that was a biggie. I'm done.
Why do your gassers always sound like they're going around wet meat?
And we're back live.
See, yours have a bass, and mine tend to be like more like here.
You're gonna hurt yourself.
Oh, no, I won't.
You gotta have a hemorrhoid by now, man. Jesus. That was a live fart that's confusing everyone in radio land.
All of yours sound like when you take a balloon and pull the place that you blow into it and make it whistle.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
But they're all these high-pitched things.
So you know what it is? My body gets excited when it hears other farts. It feels like, oh, we have company. It's okay to come out now.
All right, here's... Oh, my God.
I know, that deodorant is awful. Stop spraying the deodorant towards Anthony. You're bothering him.
All right, here's the deal. We have one fart left in the Who Farted game.
Damn it, Jimmy.
Steve is in the lead, right?
Yeah.
For this final fart, because it would be so easy for Steve just to say what Anthony said.
Same thing I said.
Yeah.
So you're going to have to write down the...
Secret ballot.
Secret ballot for the last fart to keep it fair.
This is sexy.
And can this be a 2-pointer? That way I could win.
What?
No, it can't.
No, you guys have to have a kiss-off.
Damn it.
It's a tie.
I'm excited now.
Looks like Steve wins.
I know. You guys have to shake hands. All right, I give up. Steve, you can take it. See, I've been doing like... hold on.
Oh, no.
Oh. I'm going to do this one position differently. Please.
What was that? Oh.
I switched... Oof, that's ripe. That's ripe. I switched positions, and I decided to put my legs up.
Put the wall up.
Normally what I'll do is I'll jump up and put my hiney towards the mic, but this time I actually brought the mic home.
You got into a gynecologist.
Yeah.
When girls go to the gynecologist's office, that's what you did. You put your feet up in the stirrups.
Oh, that really smells like dog shit.
God damn it, Jimmy.
Well, come on, guys. It's off of the show.
No, you got to stop now.
All right, I'll quit.
That really smells
I
bad.
promise.
All right, here it is. The final fart in the Who Farted game.
All right, let's listen.
I know that one immediately.
Huh?
I know that one immediately.
All right, hold on. Here it is again. That's very important.
Okay.
Oh, Jesus. All right,
Oh, God.
You got to write down your answers.
All right.
Hand them over to me. Thank you, Steve. Steve is in the lead by 1, so Anthony needs to get this one right, and Steve obviously needs to get this one wrong.
It's on the back of this.
All right, Steve has said Jimmy.
Yeah.
And
That's what I said.
You said Jimmy?
Yes,
I know
did.
the answer, by the way.
What's the answer?
Neither. Go ahead.
Oh.
Well, Jimmy's onto something. It was a trick question, ladies and gentlemen. This is a mystery guest.
Oh.
Guest in the Who Farted game.
Yeah, I kind of figured that would be coming, just kind of, again, the numerical odds. But Fan almost blew because he held up a mystery guest sign, but there's only one mystery guest that's ever done that.
All right.
Wow, really?
Don't give it away.
Oh, man.
Don't give it away. So, officially, Steve has won the Who Farted game. But just for laughs and giggles, here's Who Farted the last time here.
Thank God there's a weekend coming up. Just kind of diffuse this a bit.
I just don't... Here, this will.
All right.
A celebrity fart. There you go. Jay Moore.
Ah, yes.
Hey, Jay Moore.
Great.
Wow, I didn't know. I
was
put
going to
boss.
say that.
Jay Moore.
That's right. I remember
forgot.
that. I remember
I thought
that.
it was
That was... Wow, that was a long time ago.
Damn, I wish I would have known.
And that ends the Who Farted game. It would be nice to play a little Who Farted jingle here.
Could have wrote that down and fucked up everything.
No, I have my...
Got to help me cheat in there, guys.
Well, if you were nicer to them, maybe they would help you out.
I am the nicest guy ever to the guys in the glass booth.
You're not.
You're really awful.
Very nice. I am really nice.
You don't caress them?
There's caressing going on.
Did you know that Travis likes to be rubbed behind his ear? He likes when you take the pinky finger and go behind his ear, and his little leg kicks out, and he promises to watch more TV.
His job. Wow, it really stinks in here.
Well.
I was hoping we could play that game and not have it stink in here because it's just recording.
I thought
Jimmy,
that when I held
you.
up the guest list.
All right, we'll break, but thanks to Danny and Travis for the
job well
Who
done.
Farted game.
And how about a thanks to our assholes?
Yeah, exactly.
Farts equal funny. The Opie and Anthony Show.
It's the worst of Opie and Anthony.
Lo más
Mal de Opie and Anthony en XM202.
No justice, no peace.
No!
No justice, no peace.
Reverend Al, I didn't know you were going to make a visit to our show today.
I am plugging my website.
Yeah, I see that.
Hallelujah. We've entered cyberspace where we are not victims of racism. There ain't no race in cyberspace. My website is presently under construction like the Apollo Theater.
Yeah, Anthony.
I need your contributions, please. So crawl out from the pressing you're under and email Reverend Al your credit card number. No justice, no peace.
Yeah, I hear that.
This is a wonderful website that I have.
Well, tell us a little bit about it.
Well, if the cops shoot up your house, tell Reverend Al with a click of the mouse. It's going to be a nerve center of the community.
Uh-huh.
That's right. Even if you're in jail, you can get Reverend Al email. Praise the Lord. Reverend Al's in cyberspace. I also have my line of hair care products and shellac online that you can purchase. It comes in the same bottle, so don't be discouraged.
Okay.
You can also download my spinning medallion screensaver. It's a wonderful screensaver, that big Volkswagen hubcap medallion you always see your Reverend Al wearing.
Well, I'm going to go do that right now.
Yeah.
All right.
If one of our brothers is an Uncle Tom, report him to me at ReverendAl.com. That's right, people. Praise the Lord, Reverend Al's in cyberspace.
Hallelujah.
It's going to be a lot of fun, too, online.
Well, I hope so.
I got online games on the ReverendAl.com.
I can only imagine what type of games you got in cyberspace.
Well, you could download Tawana Raiders 3, where you guide Tawana Brawley through a maze of racist, rapist politicians, judges, and police officers, all the while trying to make yourself a legitimate activist in the community. Watch, let me boot that up now. All right. Whoa, there we go. Whoa, look out, Tawana. Oh, look, I just nailed Stephen Bagonis. Look at that, sorry. Oh, there goes the DA. Ha, look, I'm making ground now. Oh. Oh, damn. I was doing so well, but I fell into the rabble-rousing, trouble-making, race-beta, lion sack pit of doom. Why I always make that same mistake on my way to the Senate. Damn.
Wow.
Well, all this fun can be yours at ReverendAl.com.
And that address again,
www.FWhitey.com.
That's right.
That's right. Praise Jesus. No justice, no peace. I have been vindicated.
All right, there he goes, everyone. Reverend Al.
Wow.
We haven't had Reverend Al on the show in a long time.
He is pumped up about that website.
He is running down the hallway right now.
Sounds like fun. I want to play Tawana Raiders 3.
Who comes running when the cops get out of hand? Who thinks the mayor's in the Ku Klux Klan? Yelling and screaming as he's speaking to a mob. He wears expensive suits, but he doesn't have a job. Reverend Al, he's your pal. Reverend Al, well, he's sapping off the people in his own community. Why is the white man always picking on me? He's got a fat belly and his hair's full of grease. We hear his battle cry. No justice, no peace. The man with a plan who you know you can trust. The portly little reverend with an ass just like a bus. He's Reverend Al. He's your pal. Reverend Al. He looks like James Brown with too many calories. Now why is the white man always picking on me? Remember Bernie Getz in the Brawley case? Turn on the TV, you would always see his face. He's speeding in his limo to another homicide to make the network news with the family by his side. Reverend Al, he's your pal. Reverend Al, on the never-ending search for some good publicity. Why is the white man always picking on me? Reverend Al, I'm Reverend Al. He's Reverend Al. I'm Reverend Al. He's coming ground. I'm hungry. He's Reverend Al. He will represent the footage makes it on the TV. Reverend Al. I'm Reverend Al. He's Reverend Al. I'm your pal. Well, he's your pal. That's right, Reverend Al. Reverend Al. I'm Reverend Al. He's a race-baiting, white-hating bag of baloney. Now, why is the white man always picking on me? Reverend Al. Yeah, I'm Al. Reverend Al. I'm Reverend Al. He's your pal. I'm your pal. Reverend Al. Reverend Al.
This is the end.
What are you talking about?
Of the worst of Opie and Anthony.
Well, okay.
Catch Opie and Anthony live from 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. Eastern with replays throughout the day on XM 202. Want more? Go to opieandanthony.com.
Well, the holiday